There we go. I think it's working now.
The look on Chris
Should
Fagan's
be.
face to me suggested that they might, but we'll have a good look at that in a minute.
What do you get from Harris Andrews? Has he got fight in him? Is he going to lead from the back well?
No, he does. He's a competitor. He cares a lot about the team. He wants to be a great captain. Don't worry about that. Last week he just got beaten in the second half by a guy that was on fire.
Yep, there we go.
Nixon, and that can happen. You know, he just took some
There
big
we go.
clunks.
I think it's
Tonight
working
he'll go
now.
from Ben Brown, so he had his colours low.
I'm just testing the chat.
He's going to be a good leader for the Lions.
But
Another matchup, Starcevic, will he go?
I'll wait till people are on. Picked up this new leather footy. Yep, the chat is working. Nice, 2 watching, someone else is on. G'day, I picked up this new footy. Today I'm doing a goal recreation challenge tomorrow. Hopefully that does it pretty well. It's going to be with rugby goals, which I'm a bit unsure about, but I thought, because I never get any content done when I'm at my mum's house, I thought I'd make the most of the oval I have out, like literally 20 metres away. It is a rugby oval, but I feel like it's better than nothing. But the game's about to start. I am a bit late, but oh wow. Even Cade McDonald's streaming, so I'm not sure how good this stream's going to go. Probably haven't picked the best game to stream.
There you go, we'll shake hands. I might go around with you for 4 quarters.
Anyway, let's get into it. Hopefully some people tune in. I won't be surprised if no one does, because Cade McDonald's streaming.
Perfect bounce. Gawn and McInerney. Big thump from McInerney. Angus Brayshaw's got to park himself under it. Just release the footy to the back. Arms comes in. Flicks it out to McVee.
McVee?
So impressive on debut last week.
Oh, I was on debut last week.
Neil Bullen's run on nicely and wants to
Oh wow, this is good. I feel like they've gotten away with a few ran too fars after round 1. I feel like they were cracking down on it more last week. And now this week they've sort of haven't been cracking down on it as much as usual.
Zorko returning to this Brisbane side this week. Starcevic. Ground is perfect. The grass is like something you've never seen. The curator here,
yeah, the Gabba looks good. The turf looks awesome.
Job getting this ground together. Good covering of grass. Cricket played here only 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
He has done an outstanding job.
I saw you out there.
BT's on the job again.
Having a long chat, BT, as this ball goes to half forward. Tomlinson with the
Gonson was good.
and over it goes.
It's like Hunter's playing a half-back role.
He got up, down the line, the long 50-metre kick down the line, and he took a contested mark. That is exactly what you need to do as a forward. Get yourself in the game, get up the ground early, take a contested mark. Confidence lifts straight away.
I think my subscribers, total subscribers, is updating. Hey AFL, what if? Thanks for tuning in. And they've kicked a goal. Zach Bailey. I missed it. Anyway, Brisbane get the first goal.
From a forward 50 stoppage. Chris Fagan might not be smiling yet, but that's what he
good.
wanted.
They love forward 50 stoppages, JB.
Not sure if you hear right now,
Bailey,
AFL.
who can create something out of nothing. You know, to be able to win that at pace, coming through a stoppage, but then have the ability to execute and kick the goal. Worth goal.
If you watch to the right of screen, a little bit of movement around the stoppage, it's so dangerous for a defender, because all you need for a bloke like Zach Bailey is a meter's gap. That's what that movement does.
Oh, that's a good goal.
The Lions have noticed from
Yeah,
last week.
nice.
Last week they had in Dunkley, Lockie Neal and Ashcroft. They made a change and put Berry in instead of Ashcroft for a bigger body.
Class by Bailey. He knew he was being tackled. That's all he could do. It was
Oh,
brilliant
nice.
stuff. Through he comes again.
I find it soft how they're playing for free kicks. That looked like soccer type soft. Oh wow.
Free kick. We'll go to Melbourne here.
That's
So
going
that's
okay.
Jake Lever.
They're looking good out of the middle of the Lions.
Yeah, Ashcroft has the wing roll on Lockie Hunter. Over the other side, you've got McCluggage and Langdon. Short ball to Rivers. Lockie Hunter. One of their acquisitions will be important to Melbourne moving forward. Goes down the line here with a degree of safety. Brown was outnumbered and outdone. Starcevic able to sail over the top. Look at that, he immediately wants to go lateral or into the corridor. That's a mistake.
Trouble.
Petrarca.
Petrarca often brings trouble. Little fumble from
Dang.
Chandler. Got running support from Harms.
Oh, that's a good
Picks the
kick.
eyes out of it.
Tom McDonald.
That was turned over. It was going to result in a shot.
What do you think of the graphics? I was going to do ins and outs, then I didn't. I think I'll do add a leading scorer to my lineup of graphics to put through the slideshow, and that'll be it.
Once you turn it over there,
Looks pretty
very
good.
often you get away with it.
Tommy McDonald.
I am gonna have to have dinner soon, so
Forward of the ball.
I will miss a bit of the first quarter, and that's a great kick from Tom McDonald. So 6 apiece is a good start for both teams. That was from a unforced error in the end to the Demons. They just fed on that error from, I think it was someone going through the corridor. I heard from BT. I was too distracted with something else. I need to start actually watching the game. That's the problem with these streams. I don't actually watch the game. I'm too busy going for chat. I need to grab my phone when I come back. Yeah. Okay, dinner's actually ready now, so I'm going to turn off the mic and I will be back. But, yeah, I'll be back. I'm back. What is this score? No, it's fine. I'll turn it up. Can you turn them all off? Actually, no. Keep one on. Keep them on. Can you keep these on, please, Ian? Ian, just leave that on. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. 20-13 in favour of the Lions.
Your opinion on footy can change so quickly with little things that happen or big things like the Gawn injury.
Gawn injury.
It's a whole different complexion. McCluggage over the line. Followed him deep in the Lions forward end. So those centre bounce clearances were 5-1 before. And that's
So injured.
You win time in forward half. I mean, they're getting good territory over the middle, and then they've been able to get their forward intercept game.
That's not good.
Brisbane, so really good quarter.
Still got Grundy though, Jesus.
Ready to tackle.
So I'm back in time with 5 minutes to spare. I'll play a bit of Evo in between quarters. I probably won't screen record it, but yeah, I will. So McKenna, Will Ashcroft just embraced the tackle, and he's been taken high. So if anyone's still watching, which I doubt they are, it's stopped up my viewer retention not being here. But got new footy, doing an AFL goal recreation challenge. It'll be good. Okay, I'm going to share this with my mates.
We've spoken about how good his hands are in and around a contest. It's this part here. Does he have the composure? Big Friday night footy. Can he put through his first
Oh, I can't send it to him.
Ashcroft comes in, and he's first of the night.
And he's kicked it. So Will Ashcroft, he puts them up by 13 points. So the Lions are looking good. AFL legend tipped them, I believe. So that's a great tip from him. I might make that bottom text a bit smaller. It's a bit too big. Yeah, it's better. Just check that it's working fine.
Another Sandy Dragon BT. They just keep churning him out.
Yeah, it's taken a while to get the factory churning.
He's calm, even in front of goals. It's his first tonight, fourth for Brisbane Lions. We can see tonight what Oscar McInerney and Ford are going to do.
Buffering.
With Gawn out and
Jesus. Should not be buffering.
breather at the moment.
And now it's low res. Oh, what the
Lever goes to ground. Brayshaw's hands were pretty good, but he's just got to fan it wide.
I'm going to refresh it. Oh, it's because that's watching the stream. Okay, watch from live. There we go. Oh wow, so it's in the Brisbane Lions forward line now. I missed a fair bit. In 20 seconds.
Goes off, you got a bloke who's very versatile. McDonald playing, who can play forward and back, but he just can't compete there. He'll need someone coming out to help him out. And you could see Oscar McInerney, as soon as that got played deliberate, he ran forward. He knew he had a mismatch. He knew he was too big for him.
13th entry in a row.
Oh, Gawn does not look good. That's not good. He's sitting down in the rooms with ice over his knee. He looks gutted. He looks absolutely gutted. And the Lions go up by 19.
They have got things on their terms.
It's not good. Poor Gawny. I like him too. He's actually a nice dude. I really need to get some headphones. No one else in chat. That's right.
So there's a live pictures of Max Gawn in the room. Ice on the inside of the knee, as Richo suggested. We're going to speak to Alan Richardson at quarter time, the GM of footy. He's going to give us the latest update on that man. You've still got All Australia in the ruck in Brodie Grundy, but at the moment you don't. You've got Tom McDonald in there, and McInerney just took full advantage of it as Luke Hodge pointed out just before that goal. Beautiful bounce by umpire Mollison. Once again, the clearances on Neil, Zorko, and McCluggage. Three of them big guns. Deep sliding ball inside 50. Bailey,
Oh, Bailey dropped the ball. Oh, that's high. Oh no, he ducked into it.
there was no head-eye contact made against Brayshaw.
Good decision by the umpire. Try to draw the free right there.
The second one out of the centre bounce now.
Danaher, clean possession, got the kick away. And it's gone.
Jeez, they're good. They look good. They look very good. This is premiership contending lines that we. This is the premiership contending lines that we didn't see last week, or maybe the D's are just not good and the Dogs are not good. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell until all these teams play each other and stuff like that. But yeah, that's massive. 25 points. Jesus. If it was going to be a smashing, I was expecting it to be a smashing in Melbourne's favour, and I'm sure everyone was. My tips are going to be stuffed now. Yeah.
Is this Brisbane versus Melbourne?
Obviously.
I took Brisbane.
Oh, you lucky bastard. The thing that's more sour about it though, Luke, is you know nothing about footy. You just randomly pick teams. He knows stuff. He knows stuff. So what was your reasoning for tipping Brisbane?
My reasoning for this is because Brisbane's dominance in their practice matches and the match last week
They didn't do anything in their match last week. They lost by 50 points.
to a really good side.
To Port Adelaide.
Yeah, but they still got in front from
How long do we've got to be empty throw in? Some people will sneak in the office on Monday morning and put the tips in. After the weekend of footy. I think recharge, mate. There's McInerney.
They didn't choke. Port Adelaide played better.
On the footy, good tackle by Langdon. Cock the ball up. Oliver. Brayshaw.
Hey AFL, what if?
The tackle again, right.
How's it going? That's Luke OC in the background doing an AFL recreation challenge and with him later. I'm going to do some Evo in between quarters. Not sure if I'll screen record it or not. I'm just going to grab my... I can't really put them in the background. I've got a good little decoration that I can put in the background, a Geelong thing, but I've got a bed behind me. So I don't have the best setup at my mum's, but I've got the PlayStation, which is good. So 6 goals, 2 goals, 1. Max Gawn's injured for the Demons, and I don't think he'll come back on. 50? No. He looks like such an annoying person. He's just short and built. He's just a typical annoying person. Just the annoying person look. Oh, McInerney, massive. That was a horrible handball, Lever. Set him up for failure. Stupid.
55 seconds left, pulsating stop from the lines.
Oh, unbelievable. Look at that. Look at the inside 50s. 26. Some of a good one. He's having a good hard think here at quarter time how he can just stop the bleeding for a start. McInerney knocked down. Neil threw it away. Dunkley went in, couldn't come out with it. McCluggage did well to push it in favour of Zorko. Zorko showing some real spring in his step there.
Dude, he's such a retard.
That'll be a Melbourne free kick and Bowie.
He seems like he's a bot though, because he just says the same things every time someone comments on his videos. Like, nope, they're off the money, clout.
Kick it because Zorko there you can see where he's going to kick it, but I think he's just winded. Are we going to stop play for a winded player? I know they don't probably know that, but if he is just winded, I think it's play on.
They're watching. We've got a few people in chat. Zork's been good. Yeah, I'm just saying, he just looks like an annoying guy. But yeah, he will be handy for them. I haven't watched too much of this game because I've been having dinner, but Joyce. A few new players I need to learn the name. Oh, that's a good kick. Almost set up. He just needed to go quicker. They would have had time. They'd have found a target, but let's play a bit of AFL Evo. Oh no, OC Live, because I'm not gonna. I want to set it up so I only need to play a few games in the live streams. And these will be the last games I play of Evo, which is pretty sad because it's been a game I've had for a couple of years now. So I'm gonna set this up over here. On the couch. That's better.
Formula 1 is like the pinnacle.
Zork's been good. Yeah. He has been good. He's always good, really. He just is a bit ill-tempered at stages, which isn't always what you want from one of your... is this a community series game? Stuff this.
Bruno thought going with a cheap car insurer seemed fine, until it came to the fine print at claim.
Like, when you see the graphics in this game, AFL 23 looks bloody insane. Versing the Cats. Oh, that's massive. Oh, that is massive.
Go with Amy instead. Who pays out over 99% of motor claims?
Everything's the same as it should be. Training. Next match, play match. Oh, not simulate, no! Jesus! Minus $154,000. Oh, we've got 3 players injured. Noah Bolter, Charles Shea Bolton. Oh, jeez, this is not good.
AFL Oz kick to the big time. NAP, more than money.
One pharmacy group has voluntarily
That's not good.
on the full $1 prescription.
Okay, who comes in? We've got a horrible... We've got some pretty bad reserves as well.
And we will continue to stand by our commitment to make healthcare more affordable for all Australians. So every Australian pensioner,
we'll be fine.
veteran or concession card holder
Make sure I don't
saves
press
$1 off their prescription. That's added up to an
there
incredible $100 million. Chemist Warehouse, always here for
Actually,
you.
I can probably fix this by just closing the PlayStation and reopening it, but that seems a bit salty. Are you on 7 or KO? I'm on KO. AFL What If. But I might be on 7 in the future if I get live TV hooked up to one of the TVs I have in my setup. But I'm not too stressed about that right now because I've got good Wi-Fi now and it won't buffer. So I'll be a few seconds behind 7, but nothing major because KO is always a bit behind. But yeah. Who's your tip? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And do you reckon Cam Rayner was like $330,000 super coach, which is a bit of a steal because he's actually, I feel like he'd be a super coach score farmer. Like even if in his bad games, the position he plays is just gets optimal super coach score because he's high half forward. He gets plenty of touches and he hits the scoreboard. It's perfect. So if he's playing his best footy, he'll be awesome. So he'll be a massive steal if you get him early because he didn't play much footy last year. So he is pretty cheap at the moment. What was your super coach score? AFL What If? Who's out? Oh, Stephen May was out late, but I think it was Adam Tomlinson got dropped. Cosy Pickett suspended, obviously. And then I think it was, I can't remember his name. There was a new Melbourne player who got dropped as well. And then for Brisbane, I'm pretty sure it's basically give or take the same team aside from Zorko. And I'll actually just have a look.
All motives always boil down to sex, money, or revenge.
I don't think I can see anymore, but I'm not sure if you're talking about that on my Supercoach team. But So in for the D's was Fritsch and Viney, actually, of course, and then out was Bailey Laurie, Cosy Pickett, because of his suspension. I think Adam Tomlinson held his spot in the end because Stephen May was out, and then Darcy Fort, Dara Joyce, James Zorko in for the Lions, out James Tunstall, Jackson Pryor, and Kitty Coleman because of the concussion, I believe.
Succession, the final season, begins Monday 8:30 on Fox Showcase or watch on demand.
Oh, jeez.
For the first time, every farmer will find real love. But with who?
New Farmer Wants a Wife starts Easter Monday.
In Evo, my tip is Brizzy by 5. In Evo, who's out? My tip is Brizzy by 5. Yeah, right now they're looking good, but I feel like it won't be that easy. They won't be smooth sailing like this the whole time. The Demons are definitely going to have to make a response, and most good teams will. We saw Geelong last night down by 28 points, made a response. Well, Jeremy Cameron made one, not sure about anyone else. But yeah. Max Gawn out of game with left knee injury. Gawn, victim of this super KO, a friendly fire from Jack Viney. See, I didn't see the injury, but yeah. I'm loving Supercoach at the moment. I was never really into it. Like, I still had teams, but I never updated it because I just forgot about it. But yeah, I actually really enjoy it now. Sydney Stacks kicks the first goal.
How do they adjust? What does it mean for Melbourne's lineup losing?
Bad starting.
You replace an All-Australian ruckman with an
Probably stop playing Evo.
No team's ever had that.
Still like this game.
In the history of the game, really. So
it's gonna be sad seeing it go. Like, I'll pause it now. I'm gonna start watching the game. Grab my phone quickly. Just bury it.
Very sticks it very wide. Dunkley.
My tip is Brizzy by 5. Yeah, pretty good tip. Seems like the correct tip at the moment. The way the lines are looking.
The big balls of that team to step up, because with the hitouts, it's 12 to 11.
Clayton Oliver's hair is disgraceful. That's actually horrible. Like, it is so bad.
That just 9 then to 1. So it's the guys around on the ground that might have to pick up their work rate.
McCluggage allowed that to drop to the ground pretty cleverly in the end. A little bit of an inverted torp, it gets past.
Oh, Gunston.
Petty, Langdon.
Oh, it's Langdon. I thought Langdon was Hunter before because of their short hair.
Good wheels from Chandler.
They've got good ball use now, which is good. Didn't look amazing last week. Do you have Cricket 22? No, I don't. I'm actually not that into cricket, which is interesting given I'm sort of a typical Aussie with my footy. But other than that, other than footy, I do watch a little bit of Big Bash. Sometimes I follow it, not that closely though. I do the game. I played like Cricket 20 once, and I really enjoyed it. So I might have to get the next one when it comes out and do a bit of streaming on that. I think I'm only going to play sport games from now on too. So I think I might pick up the next cricket game. But I think I'll be playing AFL 23 too much to create time for a different game, to be honest. But what do you think of those ratings with the champion data? It's really interesting. They did update them, but they had Bontempelli as the highest rated player. They had Jeb Hughes, Tom Atkins in like top 10. Tom Atkins in 86, Jeb Hughes in 84. And now this is all with champion data. So it's almost just like what it probably usually would be. And then I didn't see Stengel in the low 80s or high 80s, which is interesting. I might have to have another look at it, but I think after these first couple of performances, he probably will be only an 80. He hasn't played. He played pretty well against Collingwood, I feel, but not great against Carlton. He actually was pretty indisciplined. But yeah, these ratings are a bit interesting. I think Danger was an 84, which is respectable. Cameron ended up going up to a 91, which is also respectable. I'll check it out on my phone, actually.
This time wanting to go corridor, and they find it. The handball by Dunkley. Opens up Andrews to explore, and he goes very, very wide looking for Wilmot.
Wilmot's holding a spot, which is good to see, as Brisbane go forward. Darcy Fogarty, and he finds a little target in the pocket, and it's Zorko. Yeah, Petrarca's now the top of the ratings after the champion data with 94. I'll just have a look at it if it's still here. And they've got all the old jerseys. They've even got the Blues M&M jersey, the GWS jersey that they were originally going to use, which is pretty cool. Petrarca is a three-way tie for the top rating of 94, along with Melbourne teammate Clayton Oliver and Brisbane Sophie Neal with Brown the medals, Patrick Cripps and Bulldog star Bontempelli at 93.
About 40 metres required here.
They'll be updating it based on performances. Gunston has a shot and puts it out in the full.
Commentator's curse there, BT.
Just don't know what we're supposed to say, that when he's lining up, he's no good.
Probably could say it after him.
That's probably what he wants you to say. He is a good kick.
Tom Stewart's the highest rated cat, 92. Shea Bolton's the highest rated tiger, which is fair. 92. Tom Papley, 92. Is that a surprise to you guys? I got Nintendo, so I have to wait for AFL 23 to get on PC. I'll get a PlayStation. Yeah, you could probably get a cheap PS4, to be honest, for like well, not cheap, but $250. Tom Papley, a 92, was a surprise to me. Jeremy Cameron's a 91, Heaney, May 9, Jack Steele, Dustin Moore, Charlie Cameron, Josh Dunkley, Callum Mills, Josh Kelly, Jack McRae, Tom Lynch, 91. Oh, Grundy running down the wing. Oh, that's a good kick. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yes. Oh, well weighted, we'll call it. Sort of like Cameron's mark. That was probably out in last night, or right on the line. Now, Melton isn't an amazing kick for goal, but I think he'll have it. I think you'd back an elite AFL player 9 times out of 10 from anywhere, I think, inside 50. Is Braden Maynard at a 91 a surprise to you guys? Oh, that's a tough kick. Yeah, he centres it into the middle. And, wow, great mark from, is it Marcus Adams? Or Starcevic? Don't know who it was. Daniel Rioli at a 90, that's massive. Injury ratio. Doherty at a 90, that's pretty big. Tom Hawkins at a 90, probably a fair rating. Don't know if he's Green's at. Tom Green at a 90, second out, Rory Ledlock, Whitfield, Jackson. So they have Luke Davies-Uniacke above Tyson Stengel, and they also have Adam Sard above Tyson Stengel, which is Adam Sard probably more questionable than Luke Davies-Uniacke, but I'm a bit biased towards my Cats, but I think Tyson Stengel will probably be around 85. Adam Sard probably gets a massive boost because of his speed, though, if I had to guess. And the highest rated team is Collingwood, but they got a massive boost. I don't think Braden Maynard's a 91. I don't think Tom Papley's a 92. I think Tom Stewart at a 92 is fair. I thought Jeremy Cameron should have been above his rating from AFL Evo 2 at a 91, I think it was. Probably a 92 would have been fair for him. But after that performance against Collingwood, he could be a 93. Not Collingwood, Carlton. And then Took Miller at a 91, he should probably be 92. Charlie Cameron is probably a 90 in my book. Tom Liberatore is probably an 89 in my book. Jeremy Howard a 90 is fair, I guess. Daniel Rioli is probably an 89 if I was creating it. Docs at 90s fair. Stephen Cornelio at 90s questionable because he has been out of form. But no scores yet. But Oliver's running through the middle. He is a ripper player, but his hair just lets him down. Oh, that's a great kick from Hunter. Jordan Dawson, I don't know, Whitfield, Jackson. Pretty fair ratings, I'd say. Pretty fair ratings. Kerno 90. Yeah, he is predominantly a goal kicker, so he's more of a key forward while Jeremy Cameron plays high forward. But would you have Kerno above Hawkins, which is probably a bigger question for me than it is for you. You'd probably answer it easily. But as of right now, I'd probably have Curnow. But once Hawkins warms up, at Hawkins' best and at Curno's best, who do you have? Hawkins or Curnow? I think Curnow should probably be a 91, in that 91 range. I think Cameron should probably be breaking out of that pack as well, into the 92 range. Tom Papley drops down out of the 91, and Braden Maynard drops out of 91 for Charlie Curnow. And then if Tom Hawkins was going to be in there, I'd probably take out Tom Hawkins is above Tom Lynch. That's going to upset you, AFL what if. But Tom Hawkins is a better player than Tom Lynch, even though Tom Lynch is old. Oh, wow. Oh, that's not a goal. Oh, Constant. Oh, wow, that's good. Anyway. Yeah, these ratings, they're pretty fair. They're predominantly fair, but they will update based on performance. So I'm sure it will change if the players are playing well. Curnow will probably move up. Cameron will move up. Not sure about Hawkins.
Wow. For me, it looked like it was on the wrong side of the post. No,
review complete. Looking at this angle, we can see the ball passed on the behind side of the post. Decision on the scoreboard.
That's so stupid. What the hell?
With all due respect to the goal umpire, that's why we review them. A lot of people say, why don't we just leave it up to...
Yeah, that's interesting. That's...
For that exact reason.
The umpire probably yeah, that's pretty poor from the umpire. Tom Lynch is better current, Hawks definitely better create. Yeah, that's fair. As of right now, Lynch is definitely playing better footy. Obviously Hawkins had an interrupted pre-season, so as the season goes on, he'll warm up and then he'll get better. Tom Lynch is probably on par for a Coleman this year, if I had to guess. He should be aiming for a Coleman. Well, no one really aims for individual awards. It's all about what you can do for the team, but I think he should be on par for Coleman. And then, looking at the team ratings, they've got Fremantle and North Melbourne West Coast Eagles in the same 84 mark, which is interesting. They've got Carlton, Essendon, Gold Coast, Melbourne, St Kilda, Western Bulldogs in the same 85 ballpark, which is interesting as well. Very interesting to have Melbourne in that little pool. And then GWS Giants in 86, Port Adelaide in 86, Richmond in 86. They do have Shea Bolton, but that's probably questionable. Collingwood 87. It's massive. As my dog appears again. They look so pretty. I need to kick this one in a bit. It's already...
13 games for the Saints over 6 years. There's
shouldn't be scuffing that quickly, surely. I've kicked it for half an hour. At most. Today.
Drops it in the hole.
Half an hour at most.
Pretty easy to defend in the end for Brisbane.
I don't think that's a scuff. It should be able to come off.
At the moment, with what's happened, to just
I'm very...
a little bit of
the footy smell.
not
Love it.
control, but just to slow the game a bit.
They have stopped the bleeding after 6 first-term goals.
Yeah, they have stemmed the flow, Melbourne, but they need to score. Still down by 25 points. They need to start rolling, start scoring. Just start scoring.
McInerney, Harms, Petrarca, good hands.
This looks good.
Hunter, inside.
Oh, great kick. Hunter's an amazing ball user. Benny Brown from 45 metres, I'd back him. He'll probably go out to 70 metres to start his... yeah, look at him go. He's obviously in the middle of the field. Jesus Christ! This is insane.
Probably intercept marks, change the angles, drop the shorter kick in, and then Brown, great vision.
He's almost... Hello, Ian. Hello, Leo. No, don't talk.
Came off pre-season for charity. So his body's in good shape, Bill Brown.
Jeez, that's a long run up. it sort of just puts more pressure on yourself. But he's put it through. It's a great kick. And they've kicked a great goal, the Demons. Yeah, they have been playing well, they deserve that, but I think Hunter's going to be massive for them. His ball use inside 50 is insane. That kick, he just picked out that target easily on the run as well, which is hard to do. Some people look at it and think it's a skill that they should probably inherit, but it is hard to do for any player, especially when you hit him lace out like he did. Tom Lynch shaved Ben Brown. Still not used to it. Still not used to it.
Just arrest a bit of momentum back, which they now have. Needed that goal. Here we go. About halfway through the second.
So now, who sets up for the Lions? Just respond. Can't let them just steam through like they do to so many teams. They just start dominating out of the clearances when they get their ways, and that's what the Lions can't let them do. So it's going to be their Ashcrofts, their Neils, the Dunkleys out of the middle, just try and just stop them from just strolling out like they do against so many teams. They did against the Cats at the end of 2021, against the Dogs in that grand final, and they do it like all the time. So they can't let them get that momentum, and then they just keep on going. They're ruthless, they're relentless. So who stops the Demons midfield, basically? It's where the game is won against the Demons, because they have an elite midfield, and their forward line, especially without Cosy Pickett's, a bit average. So maybe just stop the speed of which the ball travels in, because any forward line can dominate when the ball's coming in that quickly. Jack Payne. Got a boot to the hand. He used to go to my school, Jack Payne. Leo OC, yeah, Leo OC. It's a good one. AFL What If. AFL What If, I'm not sure if you heard, but I am going to be doing a goal recreation challenge tomorrow. If you're in Queensland, I'm not sure where you live, but I'm in Maroochydore. It's going to be with Rugby Post, which I wasn't sure about, but I'd never do videos when I'm at my mum's place, and I thought I'd make the most of this over and have a go. I'll probably do another one later down the line with Footy Posts, but I thought I'd give it a go, especially since I got this new footy, which is probably the biggest budget I've had for a video yet. $100 put in for the footy, and I was trying to kick it in today at the Oval before we use it tomorrow. So I'll tell you the goals I'll recreate AFL What If, because you're tuning into the stream. So I've got Sheed from the boundary, you know what that is. Gary Rowan after the siren. Christian Petrarca grand final dribble. Ash Johnson banana in the qualifying final. And Dustin Martin grand final snap. So I've got 5 kicks, which I think is respectable. But he didn't need to do that. He had a handball over the top.
How good was that spoil down the other end? Because looking at Gunston mark that, Danaher was on his way back to the goal square. Probably saved the goal, that spoil.
Good job from Jack Payne. Petrarca in the ruck. It's interesting. McInerney made the most of it as Ashcroft gets the clearance. So just keeping it going forward, but Petty dropped a sitter in the end, and it might cost them here if they can go forward the lines. Just need to kick it off the ground or pick it up. They all walked past the ball thinking someone's going to pick it up, and they didn't, but they got it into the middle of the ground, and Rayner hits up Cameron. So that's amazing. So basically what happened, they all ran past it, McCluggage runs in, past, and the Melbourne defenders were bamboozled as well, and they find Rayner in the middle of the ground, who steams through and hits Charlie Cameron lace out. He puts this through. It really, really puts a knife through the Demons' hearts after that hard-fought full goal. And Charlie Cameron probably will kick this. Wow. That's massive. 25 points of difference. Demons have played well this quarter. Ain't in Queensland, yeah. Thought so. Not many Queenslanders. I was born in Melbourne, but moved to Queensland. I'd love to be in Melbourne. Then I could get people turning up at the grounds. I could go to more games. Turning up at the grounds, by that I mean turning up at my goal. If I was doing goal kicking challenges, stuff like that. Not big enough of a Queensland fan base, I reckon. So hopefully, by being a Queenslander, I can grow the Queensland AFL community. Great kick from Rainer. Yeah, it's awesome. Didn't have to break a stride, Charlie Cameron. That's how you do it. Oh, they were streaming through there. Fogarty just had to get it to Bailey. He missed it. They go for it anyway. Ashcroft just trying to soccer it off the ground, and Cameron's second efforts. That's awesome. Runs around. Just floats it to the top of the square to a dangerous spot, and they muffed it up. The Demons, they dropped it. And Bailey's been taken high. Advantage to Danaher, I think. And he puts through the goal. That's massive. This game is all of a sudden getting a bit boring, and it's big for the Lions, really stamping their case down as premiership contenders. So Port Adelaide, they're looking really good. Beating a team, not just beating, smashing a team like this, who are beating a team like Melbourne. So Port Adelaide are looking really good. But we'll find out when Port Adelaide play Collingwood tomorrow. That'll be a massive game. I think I'll try to do a watch-along once every couple of weeks, once every week. I do enjoy it, but I feel like I don't watch the game. I just, as I usually would, I feel like I'm too stressed out about reading the chat and all that sort of stuff. I'm on KO. Can you fast forward yours? It's a bit... Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, it was a bit behind. Sorry, is that a bit better? I'm at a stoppage with 7 minutes 22 left. Can you turn the TV down? I'm at 7-11. Where are you at? They just kicked it inside 50 and Hipwood trying to take a mark. Where are you at, AFL? What if? 52. I think I'm only... oh, it's buffering again.
Regain some sort of composure here, the Demons. Rainer trying to sweep it. Petty. Now Zorko. Did Wells Fargo.
It's bloody buffering. 6:41. I'm at. So annoying.
Any for your thoughts, Premiership coach? Down some soldiers, but they're getting opened up a little here, Melbourne.
I'm 3 seconds behind. That's the best I can do. 6:57. 41, 6:41. Yeah, I think we're around the same spot. 6:29. This stream's a bit behind too, AFL if, so keep that in mind. It's buffering. I think Brown's going to kick a goal. Oh, that's a great goal. That's amazing. Okay, I need to refresh this. That's fucking ridiculous. Sorry. It's fucking annoying. – 10 seconds behind, no thanks. I'd like to be at the right spot, thank you. It's annoying. But 26 points of difference, that's a great goal from Brown actually.
Richo, that's the old one of know your position. Viney was never going to kick on his right, and Zach Bailey fell for the old walk on one-way comeback.
So 2 goals apiece in this quarter. They've limited the damage to the Demons, but can they win the quarter? That would be massive for them.
We know how good he is with his long-running set shots, but that's good agility there from the big fella.
In the middle we go. Couple for Ben Brown.
Playing some AFL Evo here.
Opportunity here. Ashcroft again. Here he is.
Ashcroft out of the middle. Yeah, I think we're around the same time, AFL it is. It says it's up to 1:58.54 and I'm at 1:58.51. So I'm 3 seconds behind you. So not too shabby. When it buffers again, I'll refresh it. But geez, that was interesting from Angus Brayshaw.
Unrealistic attempts at the umpire.
Unrealistic attempt. Very unrealistic. Oh wow, he just put his back into him and just Danaher collapsed. That could be the next little umpiring loophole there. If they go for the specky and the player just decides to collapse. It looked like an unrealistic attempt every time, but they're inside 50 now, the Brisbane Lions. Good job from Bowie.
BT, you go from a team that got absolutely walloped last week in every area of the game to be plus 14 contested possession, plus 20 clearances. It just shows that it was totally.
Hopefully I don't fall asleep on stream, that'd be a bit embarrassing. Is there a double? We're pretty similar. Yeah, that's good. And this stream's a bit behind too, so keep that in mind. Yeah.
But in saying that, if you're a Melbourne coach, you wouldn't be. They're being outplayed, but they're only 4 goals. We know how fast Melbourne can score. They can hit the scoreboard as good as any team.
It's just got a bit further behind, but I think. There we go. It's not deliberate, is it? No. Okay, I'll just forward it every time it buffers.
Interesting with Chris Fagan tonight, coaching from the bench, normally in the position where Simon Goodwin is now. What's happening here at the Gabba?
Yeah, he tried it last week for the first time. He did spend the first. Was it 5 years?
I think it's always going to be a bit behind. I sort of want to watch it without it buffering, so I'm just going to keep it at where it is now.
Incredibly, with the dominance of Brisbane, it is just a 26-point lead. It's by no means insurmountable here.
Demons need a goal before half-time, I reckon.
Good quality footy. Oliver, that kick is not
That was a big kick from Oliver. One step. He sort of got onto the... I can explain it now, onto this part of the ball, so... And it was sort of facing that way, so it probably had some good penetration. Just a bit of a hit and hope, really.
Prolific again. Disposal number 12 for him, leading the Melbourne Footy Club. McDonald in front.
I don't think it's too far behind, actually. It's working pretty well. That's good. Oh, great kick from Hunter. Oh, drop mark. That was a sitter in the end, but they rushed it over the line, so... Connor McKenna gets a free, so Brisbane defending well at the moment. McKenna seemed to have played pretty good last game. I haven't watched too much of this game, so I can't really determine if he's played well or not, but it's looking good. So I think I'll do an AFL, what am I saying? The 10th episode of Kicking Goals on Tuesday, release that, which I'm very excited to do. I can't believe it's been 10 weeks. Pretty insane. So that's exciting, get the 10th episode out. I might have to do something a little bit special, not sure. But yeah. I think my goal, I want to hit 100 subscribers soon. Very soon. I really want to hit 100 subs. So Brisbane just chipping it around the wing now.
Neil McCarthy.
But this channel grew very quickly. Like, coming from bench warmer was good because the AFL community is just super tight. Like, I got almost everyone from bench warmer subscribed to this channel, and then it grew really quickly when I started uploading some some videos, and then of course that Geelong, how did Geelong go back to back, went semi-viral, which was pretty good. 1,500 views it's on now. Lockie Miller commented on it, which is pretty cool. But Jack Gunston's lining up from 45 on a 45-degree angle. He's usually a pretty good kick of the footy, but that's horrible. Must have been from 50, must not have been 45. Okay, I'm 6 seconds behind, plus stream delay, so I'm going to be a bit behind. Sorry, AFL audience. But at half time, I'm going to have to go to the toilet.
It was 25 at quarter time, it's 26 now.
Cool.
In a long time, I reckon, since Clayton Oliver's only had 4 contestants.
I need to go to the toilet now.
Remember seeing
I'll turn off the mic so you don't hear me. I'll be back. Sup Street Sports, I'm back. Let's just take a little break, toilet break. But Fritsch is taking a shot for the Demons. This is massive, they really need this before half time. Obviously 26 points isn't too much, but at the Gabba, the Lions probably will carry some momentum into the last couple of quarters, so to get it back to 20 will be massive. And Street Sports, you're still here. I'm doing an AFL Goal Recreation Challenge tomorrow. I am a Queenslander, but everyone's invited if you're in the range of Maroochydore and Fritsch. I just got over the line, but it's a good goal. So 20 points of difference. Oh, look, I see. It's like an 8 stream. Look, I see.
Hello, how do you see stream? What's up? Stay tuned for our new video tomorrow.
It's not coming out tomorrow because I actually edit.
But what about those raw clips, bro?
Actually, I might upload a couple shorts on ADSC. Can you tell them to turn the TV down?
Alright, see you at the ADSC stream.
20 seconds. Both teams be pretty happy.
Might get in trouble for uploading this.
Head into half time. Building anything up there, playing it negatively. Well, here they go, Richo. Oliver goes inside. Don't you worry about the stoppage.
Well, good job, Camerino. So that'll probably do us for the half.
Definitely go wide with this footy. Front Langdon out the back door, Dunkley.
Yep. So 20 points of difference at half time. Both teams showed signs in that quarter, but it's massive for the Demons to win that quarter, so hopefully they get up and make it an interesting game. They are without Gawn, so Brodie Grundy needs to step up. I'm playing some AFL Evo. G'day Streets, yeah. That Whopper audio music was pretty cool. Was that you on Australia Clips, wasn't it? I saw one edit that you uploaded, I think it was today. Looked pretty good. So Neil, 17 disposals, bouncing back from last week's disappointing performance. Looks like we've got a bit of a game on our hands. Come on. Can you turn the TV down?
Yeah, normally when they're conscious, you're grappling with them now, and because you're knocked out, it's a lot less stressful for the calf.
Dillman's medical equipment then became slightly less high-tech.
Ian! Ian! Can you turn the TV down a bit?
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's fun.
Should keep it around in a circle.
They're not turning it down.
Oh, that must hurt.
Come on. So I'll check the comments.
Yeah, it burns the germinal layer, which is the bit of the horn that grows. So you get rid of the horn, and also you get rid of the tissue where the horn
Actually,
grows.
I'll just chuck it there. There we go. Oh, Streets, you should make an AFL Evolution 2 downfall edit. That'd be sick. That'd hit different, I reckon. Morris Rioli runs into an open goal. I'm gonna sleep like an absolute baby tonight. I'm gonna do some footy practice on the weekend. I've got such a good team as well, which is good. It's really hard to crack into our one side as well at Noosa because we've got some players, like some Brisbane Lions Academy players that are probably going to play in the AFL, which isn't an overstatement. Like a couple of those players are just insane. But we've got an epic team. It's exciting. That was pretty anticlimactic. Yeah, I'm so excited for AFL 23. It looks so much cleaner than this game too. Just smoother. Like this game's just, it's a bit clunky. That's my way of describing it. Clunky.
Literally a living fence through which sheep can't pass. When they get the trunk down to that,
Good hands.
it's going to snap down, but it doesn't.
Nice.
Is what we want to be looking for.
Who's this guy? Wilbur Anbar. He's replacing Shea Bolton.
And 20% is enough to keep the plant
kicks this, it'll be worth it, but missed. We make the most of freedom and pleasure. Deliver lasts forever.
How are you, Mrs. Gerald?
Yeah.
This is good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Especially up to that narrow. Down black, someone's going to take
Come on, take that. Nice.
It's all catches away for them, isn't it? George said about the rear time.
I think it's in the green. No. I think one of these TVs may have live. TV.
Well, I'm going to have a try at this.
No,
In fact, Caleb and I both decided to have a try.
We noticed again.
Have you already seen it?
How we are hitting every single diversity target. We have to on TV skills. Black, social, transitioning. Yes, exactly what I was about to do. Show me again.
Yeah. Having trimmed the branches on my own, I switched to the axe, which went well.
So do you, like, editing channels, do you, like, make ones that last for about a year and then you just create new ones? Do you, like, refresh it every now and then, or do you usually keep the same one? Like, I know AF always keeps the same one. He's had the same one for a year, but Bobby Charles, I think he was only around for a few months, and now he hasn't quit. Actually, no, he hasn't quit, so that's not a great example. But like AFL Edits VFX made a few new channels. I saw some other guys making new channels as well.
Mercifully, we were interrupted at this point by Gerald, who wanted to inspect my handiwork.
That was great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Rose.
What a load of shit. I mean, I said, it's up blocks, you know. Every time you pull out, you've got to try and get the baby in the stuff to live. You know, you're never going to put the shotgun because you look at cars and buses and stuff all the time. The more you can't mark, you know, it's like mowing grass. You walk pull out one end, it's all done there. Yeah.
Suck at this game. 2 goals 6.
Nothing more than a solid great gap in the hedge. Caleb and I went to see how the experts were getting along.
Holy shit, look at this. This is absolutely
Good smother,
stunning.
slide pattern.
And this is Dawson. Birds can nest in this, can't they?
Yeah, so yeah, it's good for
Well, I think that's...
I'll have a look at my Supercoach team. Forget who's in it sometimes.
Beauty Hill. And that's Midlands. Yeah, they made the Austin Allegro and the Morris Marine in the Midlands.
Nice, good.
They did give us the best hedge. That's a beautiful hedge.
Put it to a dangerous spot.
Eventually, the 5 hours were up. The fence makers went off to have lunch in the marquee, and Simon Cowell and Amanda Holden moved in to start judging.
It's not following the floor of the hedge, but otherwise they're doing a very good job.
I did not envy their task, because the whole length of the field was now a work of art.
Come on. Run around, run an arc. Nice. Good goal. Okay.
Judging over, it was time for the prize giving.
Third place in the North Somerset class is Colin Cudderbuck. Second place.
Let's have a look at my Supercoach team. Will Ashcroft in there, he's going alright. Don't think Shadow Brain's playing. And then Cox. Sander Koenig struggled. Jack Bowes, he was handy. Good steal.
thank you all ever so much for coming. We hope you enjoyed your day. We hope you enjoyed watching yourselves on television. Well, you will, because you won. Everybody else has been in it now.
Okay, my projected round 2 score is pretty good. 4 seconds behind, not too bad.
On the Monday after the wonderful Hedge Lane weekend, I went to the farm shop because...
Oh, Zach Butters, that's awesome. Puts it through. Yes, we've got a good team. I forgot. I spent 3 hours on this. When I was trying to save Essendon, got fired, worked my way up through the ranks, through the VFL. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's bloody quick. Alan had also been busy making the shop ready for the arrival of the fire inspector.
Fire alarms up there, just if you don't know it's a fire. In a smoke alarm. Panic.
Is that the rules?
Yeah, listen. Fire
What do you guys think of my graphics?
Emergency light in case it gets dark.
Bit average. No. Good. Average, good. Tell me.
Fire inspector then arrived. Although Alan had been very...
I think my slideshow is good, like those ones, the best on ground, stuff like that. My scoreboard definitely can be improved, which will happen over time. But for now, it's probably just going to stay the same. Because I don't have Photoshop, I've got Canva, which is definitely capable for creating good thumbnails and stuff like that, and some decent graphics, but probably not decent enough to do something like what Cardman 22 has, the animations and all that stuff.
was planning permission to put down some gravel to make a car park.
Charlie's got a notepad and pen.
And a couple of
Oh, no
days
way.
later, Charlie dropped round
Awesome
with
handball,
the
come on.
man's decision.
One more. Nice. Heaney's there. All alone.
Would not be compatible.
It's okay, he drops it, Morris Rioli runs onto it. Good crumb.
They simply say at the top.
No one's in chat. My stream's dead.
Refuses the applicant.
They can't refuse the car park, Charlie.
Well, they've refused everything now. They've refused the restaurant, the car park. They just refuse everything.
And the strange thing about this decision is that
They've just done this without a committee.
they've done this without committee.
So they haven't asked councillors, they've just decided on their own.
Do you know all planning applications are meant to be treated in a positive and creative manner by, for farmers, the government policy is supporting social and economic development, wherever it is, as long as it's sensitive to the environment. But we're still not with that. We still have this.
And we've always been to a vote with this. The council has decided they
Okay, looks like it's starting soon. The Oz kickers are still out there, so probably another 10 minutes. We're up by 16 in AFL Evo. Oh, come on.
And to help us do that, Charlie had finally managed to assemble a team of legal avengers.
If you had it on footfall, on new signal turnover, all that sort of for last year's operation, that's going to be very good. Where's all this foot? That's going to be very good. The pressure was had to be the very
Once the legal team had assessed the situation, they laid out their plan, which was impressive.
So you appear to say Secretary of State appoints a planning inspector. We're beginning for a public inquiry, so he convenes public inquiry in a break room, and he hears the evidence, he hears the advocates, he hears the solution. We're going to have landscape what? We're going to have...
Third quarter in 5 minutes, 44 seconds. So we will be back in action soon.
So what's that for? So the lighting. There may be a technical lighting model that's 4 or 5 minutes for us. We can expect the authority to match those within a row of third parties who, someone like Mr. Dewar might decide he'd like to be what's called a Rule 6 party, which is where he takes a formal position. He's the one who had the council opinions. So you could well imagine that he might decide to instruct landscape bots and turn out as another party. So we're looking to between of inquiry.
Everything he was saying was leading me to one question. Broadly speaking, how much does it cost?
somebody around age 42 to 50.
So the theory for Laura would be there'll be a larger brief fee and then you have more refreshments.
Cam Rayner. Yes!
It's going to be 300,000.
Oh, this is awesome. This is big.
And I think we've talked about it as well, obviously the consultants' fees, because each one's going to have to produce proof of evidence. Various documents.
My brother's getting asked all the awkward questions at the moment. Not sure if you can hear it. Hopefully not. Because that'd be an amazing Graz clip if you could hear it.
This is all going to have to be.
It's going to be hard.
It is going to be half a million, isn't it? When all is said and done. Yeah.
Have you got any on your back?
Starts with
downstairs stairs, but no.
That's that.
Can you stop it, Eddie?
You know, with that level of cost.
oh, that's a great handball.
There's no chance ever.
Alright. Up by 22 points now for Levo. We're chilling.
Business
That
plans.
guy's got paid downstairs.
They're £500,000.
They look good.
Century State, they might not even win. You know.
That's how Uncle Mark does it.
That's the nation of the restaurant. I just, actually, I don't know what we should do now.
I'm going to look tomorrow when I can see. I'm sure you've got
It's at least
We're going to have to live in a murky grey area of loopholes and cunning leases.
Hey, I'll take the
What? I can play it. I can use your name. No! Tony, time for bed, please.
No, I'm watching the footy.
Okay, we'll get the AFL ball back.
If I have to end stream because of my stupid fucking drunken mom makes me go to bed. I'm gonna call the police.
Who needs time for bed, please?
Just put on a new show.
No, it's 8:30. It's time for bed. Sorry.
8:30? What a fucking stupid bitch. It's 8:30. How'd she live with herself?
Tomorrow, expect what I'll think. Oh my god. Not in.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this off because I'll get in trouble for playing it. You're not watching the footy. It's half time, what I meant to do. Cool. Looks alright. Disaster. Oh, I thought you were going to say disaster. Oh, that's good. Got it perfect too. Well, so it's about to kick off.
There's the first, and let's see if that continues that trend in third.
Territory's been a big issue. The Brisbane Lions have owned it. The inside 50 diff is off the charts. So much to play for. The response from the Lions has been superb. They've answered questions, albeit at only a half a footy now.
Premiership lands, I've won 3 premierships. Living 20 years in the past.
What have they got? We'll find out. We'll reconvene. 3/4 time.
How bad that is.
I need to get this tip right. I'm not one to tip in comp, like, with more than 3 people, ever. So, I am known as a very knowledgeable AFL person, but my tipping does not seem to show for it.
Game 110 for him. Deep ball inside 50. Petty trying to get it sideways there. Grundy and wrapped up in the tackle here.
So straight into the Brisbane forward line. It was from a free kick though, and Demons killed the ball and defend it well, so it's a stoppage inside 50. There's no scoreboard.
Now just easing it down into the ground. Sparrow, who draws a crowd.
Who's the target here? Who would be the number 1 target?
There's no scoreboard. I'm gonna have to use the
Bailey probably, if he gets on the move on the hip.
AFL app.
He's pretty good at trying to grab
It's
that
interesting.
as well.
And they've kicked a goal. That's awesome. That's a great goal. There's people in the background mesmerised after that one. Sort of rebounded off his boot straight through. Very crafty. So 26 points of difference, and I need a response now, the Demons. Oh, stupid music. Actually, I can play better music than "Take Me Home, Country Road, to the place I belong." Cameron, yeah, that was awesome. I'm back. My tits aren't looking good at the moment as well. Yeah, it's not looking great for most of us, I don't think, at the moment. There's been a few surprising upsets. I was saying it's not a good round for upsets, but this will be a massive one. If anyone in my comps tip this, I'll be 4 behind. I'll be in all sorts. So, yeah. But Melbourne straight out of the middle, and Petrarca was held. Sort of sprayed the kick a little bit. Does KO not have a scoreboard for you too, AFL? What if? Oh no, it's in the top left. Sorry. My bad.
37-4 record here in the past 4 years in home and away games. Brisbane, they are good on this deck. Daniel Rich there, game 270 for him, the same as Ben Cousins.
Great kick.
And Lloydie and Lucas, even Dusty Martin at 270 this weekend. Hipwood. Going to drive this long down the line and see if he can find McInerney stretching and reels it in and gives off the
went a bit quickly there for Zorko. Oh, they're looking good, the Lions. The Demons are stuffed. The Demons are stuffed. I'm calling it now. It's over. If it blows out, do I have to stay and watch the whole thing? I feel like I owe it to finish a watch along, but after I had to end the Melbourne Bulldogs one early, but
pinballed around, and then that was just a class bit of ball handling there to be able to stop that ball, priming it like he just did, Bailey. He is a real class act.
This is a quality front square. Not a pretty kick in by all means, but one thing you have to do is just bring the ball to ground. If you're out of position, as Charlie Cameron was, you just got to bring it to ground, make it an opportunity for your small forwards.
They're probably a better entry though than the long high one. Yeah. Just bang it in, smack it in, keep the ball alive.
Defenders aren't ready for it.
2 forward, 50 entries, 2 goals.
it's
To start
Petrarca.
this term for Brisbane now.
They're still good out of the middle, the Demons. Just defending too well, Brisbane, and transitioning it super quickly.
It's going to be a ball up.
But it's a stoppage inside Melbourne's forward 50, which is what they needed.
Tell you what, cramping 2 minutes
Yeah,
into
Jack
the third
Payne's
quarter.
cramping 2 minutes into the third quarter. Yeah, the scoreboard's stuffed, okay, I don't have a countdown. They put on KS scoreboard. Oh yeah, that's good. It's about time.
McInerney, high. Brayshaw. Saw it best in the air. McVee is with Angus's old man.
Well, probably more your brother, JB.
Yeah, but probably his wife more, as that ball's long. Brown,
Oh.
hand to it.
They've got 2 scoreboards up now. Oh, there we go. That's so funny. The KO graphics teams are in all sorts. I'm more organised than they are. It's funny. My mum might be right. I probably do have to go to bed, so I might have to. I am a bit tired, but still 8:30. It's basically torturing my brother. He's committing war crimes. I'm a bit far behind, aren't I? I forwarded a little bit. But they might kick a goal here, so I'll wait. Ashcroft. Bro, he's awesome. Can't believe he came close to that. That's impressive. KBS is not good.
Like they want to get on with it in a hurry here. Brisbane.
Confused.
Back in and Sparrow reeling that one in.
How's your Supercoach team going? What was your round 1 score? I think it was around the 1500 mark. I'll have a quick look. History. 1439. So pretty good, I think. Is that pretty good?
Brayshaw wanting it. Lever comes in and takes up that spot.
So in the public league, I'm versing a guy called Hammers. And I'm beating him by 600 at the moment. But that he probably has a lot of players from certain teams, if I had to guess. Oh wow, looks like I've got a pretty good score. 700. I've got 723 so far, and I'm projected to get 1800. So I'm looking good at the moment. What was your Supercoach team score? Did they just kick a point? No. Yeah, so the Demons are in real strife here. So I'm pretty happy with that score, 1439. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good score. Pretty sure the best score was around the 2000 mark, so I can get better, but pretty good start considering it's my first season.
This is where the Lions have 2 spare of the contest. Melbourne have 2 sitting out.
McInerney's doing well in the ruck.
Ball for Danaher. Brayshaw and Lever combine. Now Grundy. Angus Brayshaw just stops and thinks about what he wants to do with the footy here. McKenna rips it away and Berry again, and here they go. They just load up. McKenna gets on the end of what he started. Zorko can go all the way during low ball from 30. They've got 3.
Jeez. Good job, Zorko. Not bad. I got like 1700 on fan. Oh, that's really good. That's funny. Yeah, that's good. My effort, what if? I think I had JHF, which was my massive steal last week. Yeah, I had Jason Horne-Francis, so he did really well. Max Holmes scored well, so did Danger scored good enough for me to keep him in. Buse I might have to get rid of, but I can't waste my trades. I can't waste them. But if how much is Buse worth? Because I've got 88,000 salary, so I might be able to flip him for a pretty good player. Yeah, these Lions are looking pretty good, hey? 3 goals in a row. Demons really need to go. Wow.
High inside ball, almost the fly there from Danaher. McVee, Langdon.
7 seconds behind, that's a bit far.
Ford has it held in. Spargo.
Okay.
Have it back to
Oh, nice Melbourne. That wasn't great.
Impressive young kid. Andrews outside of the boot. Out of play.
14 touches already for Ashcroft, JB. Harry Kipwood did really well there. You love it when your forwards get back and help. And if he didn't get back and put a bit of pressure on there and chop that ball off at half back, Melbourne probably score a goal.
3 seconds wide. Pretty good. Yeah, that's awesome air forward if 1700. Yeah, I'm doing super coach. I think fantasy's probably bigger. Or yeah. Might have to do fantasy next year instead of super coach.
Still losing those key indicators that they were all of the first half around the contest and clearance. Brisbane have continued that dominance, so that's a big worry now for the D's. They just haven't been able to get it back on their terms in close. Joyce didn't overcook himself. As Andrew says, come on, someone come at me. There's the ball long and high. Big pack of players. They're going to be difficult to mark anything out of that. Little quick kick, missed.
Am I still on 3 seconds behind? It's been buffering everything. Okay, that'll change it. Yeah, there we go.
Straight down the line ball. Good one too for Benny Brown. Can they get it moving quickly? Fridge is out. So's Chandler.
That's an awesome kick from Jack. Bowie, that's awesome, Bowie.
Coast to coast.
That's amazing. That's premiership footy. Bose's kick was just amazing there. I better update the scoreboard.
From there, they were able to transition with ease.
They had to try something, JB. It was just too stagnant. That opportunities earlier from Thomason's intercept mark to come through the middle. They held on to it.
Too tired. Let's start virtual camera. What's a virtual camera? Watch this kick from Bowie. Wow. Good kick from Melton too to set up Fridge.
Are there any other ideas in the middle for Melbourne? Their problems are around the footy, so they need their best cattle around there. Viney and Oliver there.
They're out of the middle now, so they're building up some momentum. Especially if they get a mark here. It'll... Oh, Spargo. I'm going to be a bit behind. Yeah, I think 6 seconds is the ballpark. Yeah, around 5 seconds behind.
You don't have to hold on, or you don't have to be stagnant. You know, Starcevic, he just sort of didn't think it was going to go to Ben Brown there, and that's what gave him those few metres.
Ford leaning over, and now it's a wrestle. Thanks, Ben.
We apologise for the temporary break in transmission. Okay.
In a wrestle, it gets to the back of him.
Thanks, Fox. Useless. Okay. Someone to 38.
Traditionally in this game hasn't worked, but round to the front.
Might work here, Sparrow. Who's this? Chandler. Got a few new players, I think, on the side of the D's. Younger ones. Oh, Brown. Oh, you spud. Oh, it's horrible. Come on, Sparrow, quick hands. That's in the back. Advantage paid. Want a mark from this. It's a horrible kick. Oh, it was the only kick he probably had on. Option he had on, but it was like a 5-on-1.
He's always had potential. It was just about making sure he gets up to AFL standards. A beautiful kick, big, strong boy.
Why has he only played 29 games in several seasons?
Marcus Adams has been ahead of him, and because he had concussion, Jack's been able to come in and play that role.
McDonald. Hunter.
Good job, Hunter. Sparrow. Does he have the distance from here?
This was just repeat entries. The Brisbane
Probably have to kick from 55. It'd be a big kick. It'd be like Sam Doherty's one in round 1 against the Tigers. If he puts this through, you feel like the momentum might start to shift. This would be massive from Tom Sparrow.
53-metre kick.
It's off target. Did he have the distance? He had it cleared, and he missed to the far side, so he definitely had it cleared. He just sighted it too far out to the right, and it never came back. Oh, I better update that scoreboard.
He does it with ease, doesn't he? Doesn't try and kick it hard either. It's just all timing.
Into the outer side. Grundy with a big thump. Harris Andrews just a one hand in.
Good pressure from the Demons. Falls for Langdon. Can he find a target in the middle? Oh, it's a good kick. They've got numbers here. That's high. Jeez. I don't think he ducked. I don't think he ducked. No, he didn't duck.
This last 5 years has been good for Melbourne.
Yeah, D's are looking okay. But it's still 32 points. It looks like an arm wrestle at the moment. So 32 points down on an arm wrestle is never really a good thing. But they should come. Should make an effort to come back. Oh, how good's this Ashcroft kid? Oh, he set up Barry for a smashing there, though.
Darcy Fort was there. Ball still ricocheting around at the moment. No one in control of this passage of play. As eventually McCluggage.
Get full save.
McInerney just tries to get it forward somehow. Any shape will do. Brisbane just gaining.
Oh, good defence.
With no real clean play, but doing the job.
They got 80 metres in without a clean possession. There's a few knock-ons, a few fumbled handballs, a few kick off the ground. But in hot, steamy conditions like that, where it is slippery, that's all it is. Taking some green, taking some meterage, get a stoppage at your forward 50.
Just out of the hands of Harms. Ford taking
Nice finding.
Just joining us, Max gone out of the game very early. With a knee
Yeah, so the D's had 5 inside 50s in a row.
will be scanned within the next 24 hours.
So it's a big 10 minutes for them here.
Gone early, there he is. Skipper. And Stephen May came out.
They've still got Brody Grundy, the D's, so they should be fine in the ruck.
Ball off here to Rivers. Long ball. Ryan's got a thump it. Neil Bullen. Viney. McVee.
McVee. That'll work if they can bring it to ground, but good from Rayner. And they've set up well the D's because they don't have anywhere to go by the looks of it. So they go sideways. And that's not a great kick.
Something in the middle, Brayshaw. Can he conjure something out? That one just slipped off the side.
Jeez.
Harris Andrews had trouble, but able to recover. Wilmot, impressive young kid. That's a
Wilmot's good. That's a good kick.
Now Gunston's got the pocket here at the moment. Hipwood just sliding into the short, making it hard for McCarthy to find space. Gunston did.
Petty just do something. I was looking at chat. Hamstring?
I think that's just a little bit of cramp for Petty.
Oh, I think he's okay. Oh.
String, is it? Surely it's just cramped.
Ooh. Interesting. Oh, he's back here now anyway. So, pretty good clearance. Oh, Neil Bullen probably should have marked that in the end. But it works. They keep it going quickly. That's what they needed. Can Ben Brown or not? That's still a bit. It's got to be. Petty does look a little bit sore though. Was it Duluth? No, it wasn't. So it's a ball throw in. It's a great stop, good result for them because they had no numbers for the D's. They get a clearance here. It's probably in the back in the end. It was Grundy.
Zorko. Gee, it was out of bounds. Holmes thought it was out. Thought. Boundary umpire didn't agree. Both Oliver and Petrarca on the bench. Frustration.
Dawn's laughing at Petrarca because he can't get back on.
The 4 kicks, unlike him. Long time on the bench, isn't it? 8.5 minutes. What a bench rest normally consists of for a mid.
Yeah, Oliver and Petrarca both on the bench.
But they have those
two best midfielders.
They need to get a bit of score on the board with some contested possession. Get a few stoppages.
What's his teammates can do when it's 150 metres away. McInerney worried out of it by Brayshaw, now Viney. But again, that long ball just has not worked all night.
The last 4 or 5 minutes, Rayner's taken one back there. Andrews, that time Starcevic. They've been in good shape there all night. Only real time that they've got out the back tonight, Melbourne, was that fridge goal from the Brayshaw kick down the middle of the ground. That's the only time that really got that ball out the back.
Luggage. Tomlinson happy to see it over. It's an anomaly in our game, isn't it, when you've got stars trying to get on and they actually can't get on the playing surface. Any other game, you manufacture a way for talent like that to be out there playing, but the AFL, it's hard as Brayshaw, then Iowa. Now they've got a 2v2. Better represented at ground level too. Here's Spargo, just a little fumble.
That's so soft. Spargo definitely ducked into that one. I think they need 2 goals before 3/4 time to make it. Not possible, but a fair bit easy. Or we'll make it a fair bit easier. They can definitely come back from 32 points, but 2 quick goals, and it's only 20, so I think those 2 quick goals are very possible for a Melbourne team like this too. Brown's pushed in the back, so he'll have a shot from 50. His run-up will start from 80, and he should have some momentum for his kick after that run-up. Harry Petty is still grabbing at his hammy apparently. You'll probably hear it because this Mac microphone is pretty average. This is one of the new ones too, so it should be okay, but I don't think it's great. And Petty's on the bench now, so yeah, it looked more like a knee on the impact when he just sort of a stiff knee. Not sure what that would look like. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I think Brown will have this covered. Jeez, that's not good. He shanked it to the worst possible place possible in the end, and Andrews is hurt. He is hurt. I think he's okay. He hurt himself, but not bad enough to go off and get out of the game, so he's okay. 4 minutes 12 left on the clock. Massive 5 minutes for the Demons. Petrarca's on now. Oliver's on now.
Sort of pinging around a little.
It just looks so crowded. It does now, doesn't it? Lions have pushed 2 extra deep in there just so there's no easy 50 goals.
Petrarca now on the ground.
Oh, come on.
trying to find
Jeez.
I feel like the only way out of this situation for either team is a free kick. It's not going to be anything clean. Just got to be careful you're not giving that free kick away. So many numbers.
Is anyone
There is a lot of space behind the ruck.
We do
I'm
it
sure
again.
this is in frame still. There it is. It's good.
McCluggage. Touch ball, you heard. Bowie. Lowers the
Good kick
eyes
from
and
Bowie.
gets to the back.
Comes over the back, Neil Bullen. You kick it? Nice. Massive. Okay, so hopefully we've got a game on our hands and it wakes me up a bit because I'm stuffed. 26 points the difference.
Teasing distance, isn't it?
Brisbane have busted it open. They'll find a way to hang in.
So they've worked their way back into it and it looked like they were done and dusted. So pretty inspirational. Indeed.
Sit up in the air.
Yeah.
It's like the one with Bailey down the other end.
I need to kick it heaps. Look at that. Needs a bit of kicking in.
This is the risk. This is the risk of
So I'm going to be kicking with this pointy footy tomorrow, so if I'm shanking them in the video, that's why. Nah, it is good. It is good to kick. I was kicking it today and it's fine.
Credit to him. He's done a good job tonight on the offensive side. Just wasn't disciplined enough to find Neil Bullen.
Yeah, that KO scoreboard muff up at the side of the quarter was pretty hilarious actually. They had no scoreboard, then they put on the wrong one. And then they managed to put on the right one at the end, so they got it figured out. But I'm not sure if some KO people will leave with their jobs tonight. We apologise for this temporary break in transmission. Again. Danaher, Lee, don't just stand there with your arms in the air. What a little sook. Seriously. Hipwood's got the legs from here too. Yeah, that's annoying from Fox. I didn't know how the ball... What else? Done with Fox footy. Done. I'm done. We're going to make a Studi rant video. Studi's such a flop, mate. Seriously. That's not good for Hipwood. Okay. Danaher probably had reasons for concern in the end. Do you play footy? Yeah, I play footy. I love it. I try to train every night, so hopefully I'm playing well in the goal recreation challenge. I have found that my actual set shots, I underestimate them. I'm actually pretty good at them compared to my field kicking, which is okay. Nothing, not like a child prodigy at any aspect. I'm just super passionate, so I'm trying to train all the time and get better. And then the ultimate goal is to be playing in these Friday night clashes. Do you play footy AFL? What if? I'm a bit skinny, obviously, so I need to get on the bulk. Look at that. What position? Last year I played full forward. I did get injured a bit last year though. McCarthy having a shot here, but played ruck when I was a little bit younger. I was pretty tall for my age. Back out to over 30 points now. Not looking great. So full forward, centre half forward. I can play defence, half forward flank, forward pocket. Played on the wing. Basically, pretty much anywhere except for the bench. Yeah. What position are you, AFL? What if? I predominantly play in the forward line though, but I can play anywhere basically, as long as I'm near where the ball is. I just find it so frustrating when, obviously, it's a team game that you get put down full back because there's obviously bigger kids than you, who can play full forward. And then the ball just spends, because you're dominating, right? And then so the ball's nowhere near where you are, and you're basically just standing there, and you may as well just sit down and have a nap, because the ball's not coming into defence anytime soon. But the Lions could answer back with 2 quick goals, so that's... Wow. This will be massive. To put it simply. Small forward. Yeah. How old are you, AFL? What if? Are you playing full field and stuff like that? Or just say what age group you're in. You don't need to say your actual age. Wow, they look good. They look good, the Lions. Yeah. Someone was talking about it on SEN how the Demons didn't look good against the Dogs. They weren't hitting their targets. I'm not sure if that's applied to tonight, but they just haven't looked on. It's just been the Lions' night, really. Yeah. I'm under 15, so I'm 14, turning 15. But I was kicking. I don't like revealing. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I was kicking today, and you sort of underestimate how far you can kick. Because I was on a rugby field, right? But they have lines for 20 meters, whatever. And I just you sometimes you feel like you're kicking 10 meters, it's actually 20 or 30. So it's interesting, but yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going to upload a short. I was kicking it at school. I might get in trouble for uploading it, but I hit a pretty good snap and a few good set shots, so I might upload a few shorts, so stay tuned for those. I do need to fix up my ball drop though, because I have been trying to push it out more, but it still works, but I keep it a bit lower, which I feel like takes away some penetration. So I'm trying to push it out more on my set shots. I don't have trouble with that when I'm field kicking, but on my set shots, I think I just panic and I don't push it out enough. Yeah, so it was a knee with Harry Petty, not a hammy, but yeah, I'm sure you're a gunner, AFL. What if? So, disappointing quarter for the Demons. You know what, AFL, what if? Actually, I won't upload those shorts now. It's 9 PM. It's not a great time. But I will probably end up doing it soon. Yeah, sorry for asking that in the first place. I shouldn't have. Wow, 184 watching Caden McDonald.
Alvin Cafe blend isn't just barista crafted across Australia.
Like, Caden doesn't even set up the scoreboard. He doesn't do the graphics. It's just
roasted in Melbourne. Just another reason
it's just good.
For an Aussie.
Do one because, like, Easter, the holiday for you to spend quality time with the ones that you love. And quality time deserves CanStar award-winning food. Like succulent Aussie Coles lamb, mouth-watering Coles free-range RSPCA-approved pork, or these delicious Coles fresh Australian skin-on salmon portions, 2-pack locked at just $12. Award-winning quality.
Top 100 for AFL 23. I reckon that should be my aim. I think I've got PlayStation Plus, so should be able to play online. I think that'll be a good goal, but I can't play all the time, which is my downfall. How many goals did you kick this last season? Last season, I think I played hold on, 4 or 5 games, I think I kicked, actually maybe 6. And then in the games where I played full forward, I think I kicked 6 goals, something like that. Wait, 2, 4, actually probably 4 when I played 2 games at full forward out of the 6, and I kicked 4 goals, and the rest were centre half forward and a couple in the back line. Oh, maybe 1 in the back line. But yeah, I did, when I was playing full forward, I did well, but I feel like that's probably going to be my position. It will be my position eventually as I bulk up a bit more. But because I'm skinnier, I probably would suit centre half forward. But I'm not fast, so I'm probably going to be playing on some small centre half back prodigy, which is where they put all their guns in the juniors, because they just run up and use the ball really effectively inside 50 compared to other players. But centre half forward will probably be my position this year, or full forward, along those lines. But I'll start vlogging, do some matchday vlogs, and I'll tell you what, AFL, what if I aim to kick 20 goals this year if I'm playing in the forward line? I kicked 3 goals, nice. Yeah, I kicked 2 goals a game when I was playing full forward, and then 1 game I didn't kick any. So I played 3 games full forward, 1 game I didn't kick any, which was actually the day of my birthday or before my birthday, and I was really peeved off about it too, because I felt like I was leading to the right places, and I had a shot, I kicked a point, and there was a time where I probably should have got the ball in my hands, but yeah. Hold on, why do you... Back short. Yeah, good job AFL, what if. Like, I'm not sure if I do love to kick a goal actually, but I feel like setting one up perfectly would be better, and I feel like coming off centre half back is probably my favourite. Same, I kicked 2 in 1 game, nice. Yeah, that's my PB in under, I think it was under 14s. I kicked, in a pracky match for the ones, I kicked 2 goals, but you can't really count that. 83 to 45. Yeah, I have that up. Okay. But this year I'll probably aim, if I'm forward, to kick 20 goals. If I play the whole season, 15. 15. Because I think I want to play well this season.
Weekend against the Port Power, so I think that the coach and the players themselves were pretty happy with the way they were able to handle that, and they quashed any resurgence that possible from Melbourne before it even started.
Yeah, and you've got to measure it against your opposition, and this Melbourne side have been...
I think I'll do matchday vlogs, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Play with this other kid in my team who's an absolute gun. Probably shouldn't say his name, but he's awesome.
And that is a Brisbane Lions team who had the questions put on them after they Port Adelaide before.
Well, these conditions are difficult at the best of times.
I'm just too tired. Too tired with this stuff.
Guarantee you, the ball's like a cake of soap, but it's the same for both teams. Brisbane has spent a little bit more time over the ball. Melbourne, when they are in there, they're in. They want to get out. They want to get out quickly.
Caden's elite.
Working harder, doing better at clearances, and then getting field position.
Didn't hear that.
Controlling the game.
Aiden's Hawker, the highest rated player on the ground at the moment. Young Ashcroft, I was going to call him Marcus. Yeah, Will Ashcroft's been absolutely superb. We'll have a really good look at him post-game. What a great...
He's also into the shorts as well, which I'm all for. Caden McDonald. Snippets from his podcast. It's the way to go, I think.
Yeah, Melbourne would be disappointed with the way that they
he's huge. It's just quality stuff. It's quality content. It's super high quality. Like, it's probably 600,000 to 1 million subscriber quality. Maybe not the live streams, but the actual videos. I'm aiming to get at least 1 goal next season because I'm going into a new division. Yeah, I was hoping to get in. There's 3 teams. I'm in the middle one. But I'm with a few guns as well, like, it probably should be. There's a few players in the ones, like, I could probably name 3, and I think that'd probably get me into the ones that shouldn't be in there. I'll just think of it now. There's a set of twins, which one of them's really good and one of them's bad, but they had to take both of them if they wanted the good one, so the bad one shouldn't be in there. There's one guy who played really good in the practice match, but he still can't kick to save his life. And they're playing in Div 1 against Southport Sharks and teams like that, so he's probably going to struggle. And then there's another kid who's good. He's skilled, but he's not. He doesn't make basically any impact in games. I played with him before. And then there's another kid who started last year who doesn't have, he's good, but he doesn't have like a footy IQ of someone who's played all their life. But I sound cocky when I say that, but yeah. Congrats on going into a new division, AFL at F2. That's awesome.
Shoot up a bit of time. They go back to Oliver. And the intercept marking has been very good back there from the Lions. Brown.
But I feel like I should be in the ones, so I want to play really well this season just to make that coach look like an absolute retard. Which I sort of did in the practice match too. He called me up because they were low on numbers, and I kicked 2 goals full forward. So it made him look a bit silly, but I don't think they can put me in because they'd already submitted the squad or whatever, something like that. But yeah.
To come on the ground, who would he replace? Dunkley, I think it was, got boot out to Gunston, couldn't quite control it. Now Grundy.
Remember me.
About the long handball wide, wanted to go a little more the direct route, and this will be an easy marking to put. What do you think?
But I'd like to know how close I was to making it.
Another 3 or 4 minutes, making sure that Melbourne don't kick too many, and then I think they'll probably look at the former skipper Zorko. He's had a real impact tonight. He's had 22 touches, kicked 2 goals, but he is coming back from a hamstring tendon issue, so I'll be just making sure that once they're comfortable with the lead, that they'll put him on the bench and give the young kid a run.
Apart from that tendon injury late in the pre-season, he got really fit.
He was fine, yeah. It was about 6-8 weeks ago, but prior to that, he was really fit, extremely fit.
I think this game might be dead.
Defensive thump from
Bloody demons.
back on the ground.
Oh, that's good. He's gone. Oh, lucky. Could get a goal from this, actually. Sparrow gets it out. It's holding the man. He didn't have it.
Melbourne have only taken 2 contested marks tonight. We pointed it out earlier. They only took 2 last week.
I think this ball hasn't been pumped up enough. If it's pumped up enough, it probably would fill out like the game balls. It'll be fine for tomorrow.
Just an anomaly, probably won't continue, but it's a strange one. Tomlinson giving Gunston in a headlock. Just a little number for you.
That was good from Gunston. They kick a goal here, it's over. And he hits up Danaher Lacey out. Going for his 4th.
He's not really interested at the moment to run around. He's pretending, but he is going to go at some stage when he thinks they're off guard. Just luring them into a false sense of security here. And he realises they're awake to it. It's not a hard kick now, though, this one, for when you're on your preferred side. Doing the right thing, taking plenty of time, and there you go.
He's kicked it.
A highly skilled, big, tall forward. Great to watch.
They look scary, these Lions, I tell you what. Who do the Catters play next? I know we verse North and West Coast. Gold Coast. Wait, no, we verse Gold Coast next week. Eagles and Hawks. We should go. We realistically should go 3-2. Then Sydney at home, if we have our game plan sorted out by then, or at least can play full quarters of half decent footy. Probably not to our best, but I think we'll be able to beat the Swans. Round 7, the Cats versus Essendon will win that. 10-9 Richmond.
Be careful that this doesn't really get away from them here, the Demons. The Lions have been superb. McCarthy. Cameron gets around about 4. And Joey on the end of it. The kick is 5th.
Great play, Charlie. Just agility and skill. Lost the place away, did the little block there from Lincoln McCarthy as well. Good Bruce step in there. He's got the tricks. So Joe now.
These game ref calls hard a handball as well. Especially when they're pointy. Yeah, see those official game balls, they pump them up enough so that these bits actually round over. So I think that's what I need to sort out. So he's kicked him up. Did he kick it? No, he missed it. Could be a costly miss. 90. 45 to 90. So 45 points. I think it's over. But I'd never count the Demons out, especially when they're on. They're unstoppable for the most part, unless they're playing Geelong. Yeah, it's over. Good on the lines, though. Good on the Lions.
Earlier with a couple of Melbourne officials, and they wanted to bring themselves on this side of the ground. I'm told no. So Danaher for goal number 5 for a 51-point lead here to Brisbane.
This will seal it. Struck it alright and just missed to the left. That would have made it definitely over. If they get a quick goal here, the Demons, a miracle could be on the cards. And that's a miracle. And they're not looking too good right now.
And the back line's been very proud of that record, JB, haven't they? Yes, they should go. That's an unbelievable stat.
It is 1 in 71.
Brisbane have taken 12 marks tonight as well in there, which you just don't get. You don't do very often against them.
Who did I say would be best on? Melbourne free kick. Who did I say would be best on? Yes, Super Coach Steel. Did I have a best on? Christian Petrarca. Guessing that's relatively accurate. Is my phone dead? Oh, no.
Not sure what Lincoln McCarthy was doing there. Forgot he's not a ruck, but the two big boys behind him.
It's a bit like a basketball knockdown.
Did you know that rule went out about 8 years ago?
Petrarca. 16 disposals and a goal. Probably not best on.
Fritz trying to get Andrews under the ball. Did it well, able to turn him round. But
Oh, yeah.
Andrews knew the support.
Demons are losing. I just forgot about that momentarily. Zorko's probably been best on. Yeah, probably Zorko. Ashcroft's had 25 disposals and a goal though. Pretty good performance from him. Definitely was looking to bounce back from last week as very highly anticipated debut. Don't want to say disappointed. Probably not. People were probably expecting him to do better than what he did. Something under the beanbag. It's a tea towel.
Fritz. Short ball. Finds Langdon. Just the required journey. Adjudicating umpire says. Now Oliver.
Oh, that's good. Come on, Brown, you have to mark this. Come on, Hunter. Has to kick it. Kick it? He did. Alright. They go quickly from here. It's very hard, but if the Demons play their best, they can do it, especially out of the middle. It's where they're most, how do you say it? Most dangerous. Out of the middle. Clearances. Don't look very confident though, so I'm not sure what's going through their minds at the moment. They need to want it though.
This was really smart here from Ed Langdon. Oliver takes the mark and he makes the dash around the boundary side. Darcy Warren can't leave. So Zorka had to run with him, which creates that space for Oliver.
Yeah, that was good from Langdon.
Just to make that kick go
Am I super far behind? Yeah. No, not that far.
A nice little goal.
Respectable distance.
Slapped forward.
Okay, that's good from Brayshaw. You find a target.
Nice ball.
I'm watching it in like 15 FPS right now. Actually, that's probably 10 FPS. Nelson! Oh, he lost his footing. That would have been big too. Actually, 34 points with 12 minutes left isn't that big. Oh yeah, 9,600 kbps. Does that mean it's blocky? Better check that. Okay, it's better now. It's not super blocky. Could be worse.
Oh, he's a very important player for him. He's given him a lot tonight.
McInerney straight back to the boundary line.
I think with a 40-point lead for someone who's been off for that long and come back, and his work rate tonight has been exceptional. Something that they missed last week. He's definitely left in the front in that area.
There he is. He looks absolutely roasted, doesn't he? So an even 40 points here at the moment, the differential.
Oh god.
Clever. Ashcroft, Brayshaw.
Need to go.
20 touches for Brayshaw.
The lights are out. This has been a disaster for Fox Footy. The cameras have been cutting out, now the lights are out, which isn't Fox Footy's fault, but that's pretty funny. This stream might be extended. Oh no. Jeez, the lights are out. I haven't seen this before.
And the players from both sides are just coming together in the centre of the ground.
Lights out, yeah. This could be this has happened before in the prelim, where, well, not like this, but Fraser, don't know how to pronounce his last name, Gehrig or something, kicked his 100th goal for the season. They all ran out. Saints had momentum. 30-minute break. Came back on, and the momentum completely shifted and power stormed home. So could it be the same for the Demons here? Very unlikely, but don't count them out.
Start a bonfire with the goalpost that night. So that doesn't happen.
JB, the power's on across the road because the hotel rooms up behind the stand.
The power's on at the ground.
It's everywhere. Just the lights that we need.
It's just the floodlights. The ones that actually light up the ground.
There was a big bang and then everything went.
A big bang, they said, and then the power went.
Corporate boxes are out, but the other side, some are on.
I think it happened at a big bash game here, Hodgie, didn't it? The Gabba. I reckon there was a game last summer, or maybe the summer before, where the lights...
I think the Melbourne Saints are leaving.
Heat and thunder here.
Normally they do that when they're losing, not when they're up by 40 points.
So we've got an AFL official out on the ground trying to work things out here. It's even knocked BT's mic out. We can't get the big Brizzler rolling.
That's how professional players are. They're still doing rotations. We've got 3 Melbourne boys running over to the bench.
We've got a backup generator here, surely.
Well, Brisbane aren't that advanced at this stage.
I was going to say that. I didn't want to. I'm from Tassie, so I thought I'd probably stay out of that one.
Just hearing back in 96, Richo, Essendon and St Kilda, they came back a couple of days later to finish the game.
That's right, they did too.
I think we've got a different set of rules now.
Back in '96, they just said the same thing happened, and they came back a couple of days later to finish the game. It's funny.
All of these are relevant questions. The other game at the end of 1999, Richmond and Carlton, where the scoreboard went up before the game on fire. That's it. The game was delayed for at least half an hour that night.
This is what happens here.
You've got to keep moving if you're the players.
Yep.
This looks like they're going to start doing that now.
Brisbane miles up in the game. They're 40 points up. Abby, let's get down to you at ground level.
This is very interesting.
About 10 seconds ago. So the players are just looking around. We have absolutely no idea what is going on down here at ground level, but you can see the AFL officials.
The lights are out. Oh, one of the lights in the floodlights are on fire. It's not looking... That doesn't look good.
That might be what we're dealing with. The globe there with a flame on it. Cameras are out.
Well, this is not something you see every day. I'm glad I stayed up.
Weird occurrence. And it really does beg the question what the AFL are going to do. What sort of rules have they got in place to deal with this?
If I get the lights up around the grabber, it should be bright enough. Not those ones. I've got lights all around the rim of the stadium, don't they? They're pretty bright.
Got your back, Brian. You were part of the outage.
Well, emergency generators should be automatic, and are automatic at big stadiums like this, but they have failed to come in now. Obviously,
See that? Those ones there. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe they're not all the way around.
Turn it off, but that shouldn't stop the emergency generator coming on. There was another game, I know because I played in the game, where the one light tower bank went out at Footy Park in Adelaide. The game was finished with one light bank down. Well, this is disappointing. I think Simon Goodwin sitting over there saying, okay, can we play this game again? Can we start again? Well, I wonder if we can't get the game going again, what happens?
Yeah.
If we're here for the next hour and they can't get it going, what happens?
Even the next hour, I'm not here.
How does it end? Do we
roll a Duckworth Lewis in?
Well, we need to speak to someone at the AFL.
The governor is investigating a technical issue that has impacted the stadium's power.
Simon Goodwin survey.
Here we go,
A few of them are coming back on.
They're coming back.
One by one, JB, they are getting back.
Well, we had a similar situation last year with Buddy's 1,000, didn't we, where there was a 20-minute hold-up in the game and they came back on and finished it. I mean, it was for a different reason, but so clearly there's an ability to do that as the lights are starting to work again.
Yeah, we believe, we've just been told that because it's after half-time, if you can't commence within half an hour, then the game will finish now and the result will be as it is now. But they are gradually coming back.
So that's a new rule. So after half time, if the game has to stop for more than half an hour for whatever reason, the results of the game ends as what the score is. So if it ended, if we're here for half an hour, the Lions would win as 91 to 51.
It was there the night the scoreboard caught on fire. The MCG, that was just bizarre.
It looks like they're coming back.
Remember years ago there was I reckon it was an Escort Cup game, BT, that Claremont from the WAFL were playing in, and the sprinklers came on.
Right, that was
at Waverley, I reckon, as well.
Remember the package? I think it was Seven's Magic Moments, and that was in that Claremont game with the sprinklers.
One of them aren't coming on.
As you can see, the one on the left there hasn't been activated at all. So we've got one end with a bit of light, and we've got the other end with not.
Both teams are going into the rooms.
Umpires as well.
Umpires too.
The coaches and head honchos have come together and said, that's it, it's game over, score will stay as it is.
Well, the other thing is how well lit does the ground need to be?
Umpires are coming from the ground as well. I I'd say the AFL have called this.
Yeah, looks like they've called it.
I think it is. I think, as I said before, if it's after half-time, then the score should count. Tom Brown is standing by, and I think we're going to go to Tom now. And Tom, what have you been able to find out for us?
BT currently endeavouring to speak to the AFL in regards to this issue, but there is an incomplete match provision in the regulations of the AFL, in particular on page 102, section 32. As you mentioned, beyond half-time, the AFL in select circumstances can delay and take the players off for up to 60 minutes. If that doesn't work, the scores will stand as they are. So I'm still speaking with the AFL, working through that, but there is a provision which deals with this, which basically provides, as you said, if the lights can't come back on, you have a situation where you could call the final scores as they are, BT.
Thanks, Tom. You can see that stack of light towers is not working at all. Let's get down to Abby. This is a temporary breakout.
Extraordinary circumstances. Pay the damn bills, Brownie. We're up there at the Gabba.
So much happening in Brisbane tonight up there, Gary.
It was a big night in Brisbane town, but right now 40 points of margin, and we've got the circumstance where everyone's just looking at each other trying to work out what goes on. 2 points each should be fair enough, I would have thought.
We take a lot for granted, though.
What's that?
We take a lot for granted that the lights aren't turned off.
We had the fire happening.
That was no good.
It's like the old days of the fire in the scoreboard at MCG. But Gary, you wouldn't even take 2 points.
No, they don't. Melbourne don't deserve 2. The Brisbane Lions deserve all 4, and we'll get there, I think, eventually. Let's go to Johnny Ralph, who's been working the phones furiously. Ralphie, footy continues to throw up strange circumstances.
Sorry, Gaz. The only certainty here is that Melbourne are not getting any premiership points. So the rule was changed after that St Kilda Essendon contest, where they returned a couple of days later in 1996. And so from then on in, the AFL changed it so that a game would be abandoned after half-time if they could not restart it again. We're just trying to seek clarity from the AFL there, whether that's a 30 or a 60-minute thing. So in 2019, we had a very similar issue at a BBL game there, where, again, they just couldn't start the game for another hour. Here is the drama. This would be something that will be replayed over and over. So the end date here was 10:20 and 30 seconds. So we're really only 10 minutes into this. We've got another 20 minutes to try and get this to get these lights back on, and then the game would be restarted. But just need to just clarify again. If it is not restarted, then those premiership points will go to Brisbane, and everyone will be able to go home with a 40-point victory to the Brisbane Lions.
I'm no electrician, Ralphie, but that don't look good when one of your lights starts firing up. I guess now, boys, is the issue is once you play for 3 quarters and 15 minutes, and then you go and sit down for a long, extended period of time, the issue would be coming back and warming up, and then...
I think it's unfair on the players, Gary.
Yeah, well, the problem would be...
At this stage of the stage...
In 2 hammies, it would be a big deal.
That's right. When you're not fully conditioned at this stage of the year, which most of the players wouldn't be, they're not at 100%, obviously they're only round 2, I think we need to think about the safety of the players here.
The union's becoming a stronger voice every year, so the Players Association are probably considering exactly that, and perhaps even talking to the leaders at each of the clubs at the moment.
We'll just go back to Ralphie. This is a moving situation. What they call a developing story. Ralphie, you got further news for us?
Yes, I just got a text from someone very high up in the AFL who was able to clarify that it is a 60-minute time frame, so we could potentially be here for the next 50 minutes, and we've got lots of amazing Brisbane stories to talk about, but clearly they'll try and do exactly what they can there. If not, as I said to you, Brisbane will get the 4 premiership points, so we've got another 50 minutes to try and kickstart these light towers at the back of Stanley Street.
So they'll bring the players back, for instance, if it takes 40 minutes, they'll bring them back on to play the remaining 12 minutes. Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah, that's correct, yep. So I would imagine they'd have a couple of minutes warm-up, but then again, they would play the remaining, 12 minutes of game time.
Okay, so if in the court of common sense, of which there isn't much, if Simon Goodwin and Chris Fagan just came together in the race downstairs and said, what do you reckon? It gets called off, wouldn't it?
Well, I suppose I'm not sure there's provision for it. It does seem like common sense, doesn't it?
Well, I just think at 40 points, Melbourne aren't coming back, don't deserve the 4 points. Now, I know that's not going to be the issue, but the concern would be, if you sat, as you say, they're only into their second game, you sat the players down for 45 minutes and then brought them back out to fire up for 12 minutes, I'd be concerned about the risk of soft tissue injury.
I think the pattern of the game and potentially the percentage for each side is established. It's not going to change that much. I mean, Melbourne come out and kick 4 or 5 quick goals. That might shift it, but potentially that's not in the flow of how the game has gone either.
Then they'll turn around and start telling you that someone's going to be denied the opportunity to kick goals or win a Coleman medal.
But it's always been around integrity for the AFL, and so the idea is, okay, so what would not playing the last 12 minutes of this game do the integrity of the rest of the round or the rest of the competition? I would suggest it's minimal.
Well, there is a lot of betting in the AFL though, so are they concerned about that? As we know, it's a big part of probably sponsorship in the game. You'd hope not. So, well, but from an integrity point of view though, Gary, it would be a consideration. Yeah, well, I'd hope it's down the bottom of the considerations. I understand what you're saying. But the thing is, if we're going to sit for 45, not us, but the players. Well, playing devil's advocate, 39.5 is usually always a betting margin. Gary, the margin's at 40 points now, so. All these things that would come into play, they'd be part of the discussions. Hey, it's an unsavoury but fair point that you make. Thank you, Gary. I'm not sure you've had a 39.
You can't. You're not allowed to. The fact that you've even reflected on that. It was a different situation with the NFL game earlier this year with Damar Hamlin, where he went down, and the two coaches came together before the league even made their call and said, our players, we cannot continue to play this game. Now, there was emotions involved in that, and obviously the impact of his teammates and the opposition, but a little bit different, but it could happen.
But what if Goody did concede, though? Is that within the rules? Can a coach concede, Gaz? No one knows the answers to these questions, but so let's just go through on the basis of what Ralphie's told us. So they've got 60 minutes. 30 sounds like you could cop 30. 60 is when I would start to worry. I know it sounds stupid, but if the boys are down there and it's into the third quarter and another 40 minutes after, it'll be 10 past 11 that they're going to try and get themselves up and going again. That would be the concern.
Well, the other part of it is they might know in 20 minutes that they're not going to be able to get up in 60. So if that information comes to hand and they say, well, look, we're not going to be able to get this going, well, then you've got to call it down.
And again, as we said earlier, certainly none of us three know anything about the electrical world, but when one of you runs on fire, it doesn't look great.
You flick the switch off, don't you?
Let's hope the safety's working. Ralphie, any update?
The AFL has told me that the players of both sides will be in their rooms for a minimum of 20 minutes, so that's probably another 5 minutes. And then, as you said there, Gary, potentially up to 60 minutes there. Not exactly sure what the lead-in time, the warm-up time would be. We are seeing some of those towers that are now having their lights switched back on again. It is an issue that is at the Gabba. They haven't been able to guarantee power supply, and it's probably one of the rare stadiums around Australia there. So clearly the Gabba will be renovated and redeveloped for the Olympics of 2032. That's no help to the Melbourne players and any players who are potentially warming down. You look at someone like Harrison Petty, who had that little hyperextension of his knee, and now he's going to warm back up again. So, look, we saw this almost, didn't we, with the Buddy Franklin 1,300 goal scenario where players had to come back on after a significant period away, and those Sydney players had to go back around the ground and get back in again. So it's far from ideal, but you can imagine if they do get back on for what's probably about 16 minutes of game time, it's going to be a little third gear option. I wouldn't imagine too many players are going to want to try and test their hamstrings given the scenario of a 40-point lead.
Good on you, Alfie. Will you keep working the phones? But it does appear like we will be sitting. We just to wait to see what happens.
Remember the pre-season game a couple of years ago, Damien Hardwick only put 15 players out on the field. You might get that situation where okay, I'm not going to risk him or him. Yeah. All right, off you come, and we're playing with 16 for the last 12 minutes. What happens to the integrity of the game then?
Well, maybe Simon Goodwin's got his players in the room right now, absolutely
winding them up.
Why? And so that this other more going to come out. Surprise. Not that keen to play this 16 minutes. Let's see if we can jump it. But I doubt very much. These are the pictures that unfolded at an almighty bang, we are told, if you're at the ground. And so I'm being told right now all the radio boxes and the commentary boxes are out of power. So anyone that's gone travelled up there to call the game, they're off here at the moment. So I've got my analysis. My dad's in the crowd. He just texts me. His only bit of analysis, apart from the lights being out, he said, Ashcroft is a star. That's his match review. Your dad doesn't need the lights on to identify that. There's probably the major issue right now, as I see it.
Is that the fuse box gas?
So that means, okay, that's the other major issue of the night, Gas. Well, that is, if you're just joining us, if you just maybe got home from something, your max score lasted about probably 3-4 minutes. Jack Viney in a centre bounce. rolled into his knee, and he ran off, took about 5 paces, and then just walked to the boundary. Didn't stop, kept walking around, went up the race, and the next pictures we saw were him pretty disconsolate with a heavy ice pack. It took no further part of the game, and we're waiting for scans to determine the extent of the injury. No one's game to say anything. They're hopeful it's not ACL. Can't rule it out at this stage, but we'll just wait and see.
It had a major influence on the game too, especially early when the Lions established that centre bounce dominance. As soon as Gordon went off, McInerney was sensational. He definitely outgunned Brodie Grundy. He was well supported by Darcy Ford, but that certainly, turned the game, certainly headed the game in the Lions' direction.
Well, the ramifications of that for Melbourne extend well beyond this really disappointing loss tonight that they're staring down the barrel of. I mean, as I've spoken and we've all spoken about, his influence is just so profound. So we'll wait and see. We're still trying to find Lynchy. He might be in the dark at the moment.
Yes, do you put some of the Melbourne performance down to the fact that a player that they hold in such high esteem like Max Gawn's gone down and potentially serious injury?
Yeah, possibly. I don't want to give them an out. I've got some words written down here that describe their performance tonight, just as listless and weak. It's pretty weak. I'm not saying it's weak. I love what they do as a team, but tonight it was just a weak effort. And I'd hate to think that was all on the back of Max. Maybe it was. Let's go to Lynchy. I can see him in the big screen there. He's not lit as well as he normally is, but what's happening at your football ground, please?
Well, she's all gone to smoke, yes. As you know, one of the bulbs is blowing up, and you can hear the transformer blow behind the stand at the members' side.
It looks plenty bright enough.
Everyone's hanging around, or most people are hanging around. You know all the ins and outs with this 60-minute wait probably as well as I do, but there's been a good atmosphere. I did get a complaint the bar's closed, so the boys over on the other side of the fence were blowing up about that, but there was a great atmosphere. It was like a Neil Diamond concert before, and a bit of Johnny Denver. I think all the celebration goals from the Brisbane Lions were being rolled out again, so the crowd's having a bit of fun in what is a bit of a frustrating period for them at the moment, but they are happy when they heard that if it gets called off, the Lions have won.
General mass confusion. I mean, no one can anticipate these sorts of things happening, Lynchy. So when you had a look at the players' benches and even the umpires, were they all a bit like us, not sure quite what to do?
Oh, absolutely. No one had any idea what happened. You did hear that little explosion out the back, but everyone didn't know what to do, how long it's going to take. You saw reasonably quickly 2 towers have come back on, and they're probably at half strength, obviously, so it's still fairly dark here. But 2 towers are on, and 2 others are off. And there is a truck out the back of the members. A couple of blokes in high vis are out there frantically with a couple of Phillips-head screwdrivers trying to fix a fuse, I think.
Lynchy, we saw Dane Zorko getting a massage, and obviously Harrison Petty, who had that, it looked like he had a cramp or hyperextended his knee. What do you reckon that the physical status of both teams was? Obviously a hot night up there, very slippery, humid. Do you reckon that they're at danger coming back for this next 12 minutes?
Yeah, they'll be enormously fatigued and obviously, to a fair extent, dehydrated. So that is a concern once they're warmed down. I'm sure they'll give them a decent period to at least warm up if they do get back on the ground. At this stage, I'm not sure what luck they're going to have. But, yeah, it's still about 24 degrees and very humid. We saw the toll that it took on a couple of games last week. The Gold Coast... at Metricon Stadium or Heritage Bank Stadium, and then Sydney, Adelaide, and their game against GWS. Very, very taxing in humid conditions. Has been very similar to here. So as we hear a lot about the dew at the Gabba, there's obviously no dew whatsoever. What it is just the pure sweat. The jumpers, the shorts are absolutely drenched. So if the ball hits the jumper, it is like a block of soap for quite a while. So, very tough conditions for the players. And as we've seen already, a number of players have cramped up. But, Dane Zorko, I'm sure, just precaution. Get him off. The game's sort of wrapped up and get him right for next week.
Maybe go and have a sniff around the rooms. Lynchy, find out what you've got Greg Swan on screen right now. Go and have a chat with Swanee and find out what's happening with the power bill, and we'll get back to you a little bit later on. We have been told that we'll go back to Johnny Ralph in the newsroom. very shortly. 11:20 is the latest that the game can recommence. So we've still got another 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Well, my mate in Singapore will be happy. He just texted me a photo of his bar. All the local Aussie revellers are staying in the bar for the lights to come on. So he said, keep the lights on off for another 40 minutes so they can keep having a couple of beers.
Happy hour.
Happy hour.
I reckon, yeah.
Right, we can go back to Ralphie. He's been on the phone. Ralphie, any development?
Well, there's a bit of gallows humour. Port Adelaide, Brisbane's already making jokes about getting done by the Power 2 weeks in a row.
Oh.
The Melbourne players are basically just milling around. I've just touched base with Melbourne. Look, 20 minutes, and as they say, it's longer than half time now, so they're very keen to be able to do some kind of warm-up if they do get back out there. So as we told you, their 10:20 was when the power went out, so we need to get that game underway with some lag time for, of course, for a warm-up there. Again, it is an issue across the suburbs there. There are some adjoining properties there that have power out, but a lot of power out across the suburbs there through Energex, the energy provider there. So, yeah, thankfully we have a really specific set of circumstances here. I think in local football it's a half-hour policy, but again, right from the top of the AFL, this is a 60-minute policy. So again, as you can see, Danny Daly there and Greg Swan making furious phone calls. It does seem like we could get underway at some stage. At this stage, though, Brisbane and Melbourne have not yet been told when that potentially will be.
The good news is Lynchy's made his way over to the Brisbane Lions contingent, so he'll have some answers for us hopefully shortly. But yeah, 40 more minutes. The 60-minute, you would imagine, when they frame these rules, 60 minutes, yeah, middle of the day situation, maybe different circumstances, but 60 minutes at 11:15, which makes for a pretty late night.
Past your bedtime, Gary. Well, they're the heavy hitters there at the Lions too. Greg Swan, Andrew Wellington, the chairman, Danny Daly, who's the general manager of football. I see he's back in the box. Certainly well and truly beside Chris Fagan, pulling some strings there. He's a very smart football mind. Danny Daly, the man on the right there.
Lots of, there's all sorts of different issues that come up that you've got to think about. First one is, where's the ball? Because when the game recommences, you've got to understand where the ball is, and there it is. Oh, that is the exact spot that this game will recommence at 20 past 11, if in fact we get some power, we get some more power. So that has to stay there right now until such time as we get some power back. We had some live shots in the Melbourne rooms down there. Strange situation for the boys. They wouldn't.
Absolutely.
For Brisbane, you'd be feeling really good about yourself because you've had a fantastic night, so you're not that fussed about hanging around. But when you've had as bad a night as Melbourne have had, they've had 11 shots at goal. All their measurements that we looked at telling us that they've had one of their worst nights, and now they've got to sit around and wait for this to finish. Lynchy might have some developments for us. What do you got, Lynchy?
Yeah, Gaz, just chatting to the Lions officials now. The third tower is going on at the moment. Now, if they get that up to 100%, they will play with 3 towers, and the one is still down. So they're prepared to play with 3 towers. What they're talking about at the moment, this may change, is that there will be an 8-minute warm-up. Now, there's some concerns from both clubs, really, about players being fatigued, dehydrated. Is 8 minutes enough? Should they start again? Reasonable to say Chris Fagan's not in a great mood at the moment. He's very worried about his players, as I'm sure Goody would. So at the moment, it looks like the third tower is almost up to full strength. They'll be back playing within probably 20 minutes with an 8-minute warm-up is the latest information I've been told.
Great news, Lynchy. Beautiful work by you. That is up-to-the-minute news. Very, very hopeful of a recommencement in the next 20 minutes. And again, as he alluded to, Melbourne have come back out onto the field now, so they're going to get stuck into their warm-up. They understandably want this over and done with. So get on the front foot. And, yeah, as Alistair said,
players are
the
back on the
coaches'
ground.
thoughts, I am sure, are going to... The results beyond that. Their coaches' thoughts right now are going to...
Barcode
am I going to lose a player in this next 12, 16 minutes?
Well, at three-quarter time, if you're Melbourne, you're still thinking of trying to get back and win the game. If you get
The
some
smell might
momentum,
be lost after
but you still
tomorrow's
want to
recreation
see
time,
if
so
there's
I'll
something you can
have to
redeem
save
from the night. I just don't know if you can sell it to the players about what you're going to get out of the last 12 minutes.
Well, what would the message be? Compete?
Get out there and warm up and finish the game.
Don't pull a hammy.
And you pretty much, I mean, you're not firing them up. You're trying to get through without losing someone. That's what you're trying to do.
It's bloody hard, isn't it? You don't really know what the right approach is. Because if you turn around and say, look,
don't go flat out.
Then you're probably more likely to get
That's
hurt.
right. So I think you just got to say, hey, when this thing gets going, get back into it, crack in hard. Now, there's a sense of deja vu for those that are old enough to remember. We can go back to 1996, Essendon v St Kilda, Brownie. Waverley Park, if you don't mind. I don't think any of you two played at Waverley Park. And that's not your Rank Arena television going down. That's the lights out there.
Was one of the point posts picked up and someone's trying to carry it out of the stadium?
Yeah, I think it was actually. Yeah, bananas. That was all. It was Spud's family, I think. Just carry them out. Yeah, and then they come back on the Tuesday night to play the extra 20 minutes.
That's what they did do on this occasion.
I'm not sure there's any footage of that, is there? Because no one turned up.
There was no sitting around out at Waverley that night waiting for the lights to come back on. They said, right, bugger off and we'll come back in a couple of days' time.
How'd you find that as a stadium? Do you enjoy playing that?
Loved it. Yeah, I loved it. I love the shower heads. Remember the shower heads?
Did you play that ground?
Yeah, I played at Waverley Park. Remember the shower heads?
Yeah, I do.
They were that big.
Yeah,
to sit under it for an hour.
It caused a drought every time you turn it on. Ralphie, what can you tell us?
Hello, guys. I have checked in with the AFL again. I think you guys are asking a legitimate question. Why wouldn't we just cancel this game? There's only 12 minutes left. Of course, 40-point margin to Brisbane. But the AFL is absolutely adamant they have to play this game out. There's no arbitrary figure that they would have to say, OK, well, there's a 4-goal margin, so we can't play this game. They're very much aware of the health and safety of players. They have checked in with both of those clubs. This is the rule, AFL Rule 11.1.2. If a match is unable to commence or continue within the time scheduled for the match for reasons beyond the control of either team, including circumstances where it is unsafe for the match to proceed, the following shall apply. Half-time and beyond, if the half-time interval has been reached and the match is unable to proceed at any time, the team shall leave the arena, or in the case of half-time, not return to the arena. And again, it does say there a 30-minute period, but again, we've confirmed with the highest stretches of the AFL that is 60 minutes, so an 8-minute warm-up period, where clearly those teams will just want to ensure they don't do any injuries there, given the margin of the game. But, that 30-minute period is for community football. It is written explicitly there in the AFL rules for the elite teams that it is a 60-minute period. So we're going to get this game underway within 8 minutes, and hopefully no more injuries, especially for the Melbourne team. It's already accounting the cost after a pretty brutal night so far.
Out come the Brisbane Lions, who have had a magnificent night, it has to be said. They've answered all of the queries and questions that hung over them after a really lacklustre opening to this season, and still with time on the clock, they've got a 40-point lead, and they've dominated Melbourne in every single aspect, to the point where we can give you some numbers after the game that Melbourne fans won't have seen for a long, long time. Let's go back to Alistair Lynch, who's at the Gabba. Lynchy.
Guys, as you saw about 3 minutes ago, Melbourne came out onto the field. Just about 30 seconds ago, the Brisbane Lions ran out onto the field. It is not as light as it normally is, but as we said, they're down one tower, but the Brisbane Lions players are warming up in the goal square, and they're trying to get themselves right, because they know it's a very important 12 minutes. Not just the scoreboard, obviously, or mostly it's their physical capabilities moving forward. So players are looking forward to go through that detailed warm-up over the next 8 minutes and make sure they're right to go.
So, looks like we will be returning.
Both sides, good on you, Lynchy. Both sides will be very, very
8-minute warm-up.
So,
strap yourselves in.
nervous.
Still got another half an hour of footy left, I reckon.
A situation you find yourself in, it's not something you really
half an hour of
practiced or
stream left for that
prepared
matter.
for, and that's,
I'm stuffed.
you really
I
have
think
gone
these
through every
watch alongs are going to have to be a 1/7 second.
to play a game of footy.
Well, the Melbourne conditioning
Especially
boss
since
used to be a former conditioning coach at the Brisbane Lions, so he'd be well aware of the climate and the dangers of being in situations like this. So there is that, man. They're selling good. Hey, tell me this: you're coaching. You're coaching Melbourne.
Yep.
Right? You've been there. You've done. What do you think your message is here? What's Simon Goodman going to say to his boys right now? You can see Goody.
Yeah.
They're going to do a warm-up for 8 minutes, and they're going to go and play another 12 minutes of footy, and they're 40 points down. And as we said, they've been really poor by their standards. What do you think he'll say?
I just think you've got to acknowledge that the situation is bizarre. This is not something that the situation we thought we'd find ourselves in. We haven't performed well tonight. We've got 12 minutes of football to play. All we can ever do is put your best foot forward. All you can ever do is get something out of this opportunity for 12 minutes, and that's come together and just play with integrity.
So the pictures we just saw there.
My
2 minutes away from the recommencement, so that's good news. So those pictures that we just saw there, Simon Goodwin was not. His body language was not of someone who's saying, just be careful here and get through it. Now we're on the long way away.
But he was pretty forceful in his approach.
Only 2 minutes
might be
ago,
able to.
Rocky
Actually,
Hunter,
I should be fine.
Oliver, Petrarca, they weren't moving around too far.
No,
they didn't look like they'd warmed up that much.
It does feel like it's come on quick. If they start this game in 2 minutes' time, it does feel like it's come on pretty quick, doesn't it? And then the mindset, understandably, they're all out having a laugh and a joke with each other. What else would you be doing? And,
Hold on.
Then now you've got to switch. But I was just interested in the good one.
Hey, there we
again,
go.
I might be reading too much in.
Well, I think they need to show a bit of pride, Gary, because they've lowered their colours well and truly tonight.
No doubt
with that, so they don't want to continue on. The miracle of
I'm charging, so I should be able to get through this footy pretty easily.
So I've seen it happen before.
And I have also been told in no uncertain terms that it's only 9:45 in Queensland. So it's not too late at all.
That's right, no daylight savings up there.
A very reasonable point.
The farmers, the cows don't like the daylight savings, Gary.
So no wonder the fans
I love daylight savings.
Stand by. This is only going to be a matter of minutes away from recommencing. We're all a bit interested to see just exactly how these two teams go at it. The wait hasn't been too long, so all those fears that we had about getting on at maybe 11:20, they've been put to rest. And it's how long's it been officially since this is? Ralphie might be able to tell us if by the time this game stopped.
It's very
all about himself.
And that can slide a bit fat.
So 34 minutes. So it's not that much difference to an extended.
You want that footy to be good.
Hopefully we're not going to have the
I'm not
issues
saying it's not
from an
good.
injury point of view.
I hope the players are moving better than Brian.
Could be better.
Better say.
I'm not expecting inspiring football here, but it is must-watch, isn't it? Because you end up... it is fascinating to see how each team...
Replayed on Tuesday.
...individuals themselves do.
That's right. So we're a tower down, so it's still
Off the stadium.
The umpire's got the ball, so...
Yeah, we're just waiting for
You get so funny.
The game stops, so there's Swanee. He seems... I'm not sure whether he's happy or not, but we're going to get on with it. That's for sure. And we're going to play these last 16 minutes with... The Brisbane Lions in charge have been since
the stadium. UCAT's community post. Power outage at the Gabba. What would you do? Replay it on Tuesday. Call game off. Lions win. Continue game. Wait an hour. Or blow up the stadium.
It's going to be a fascinating watch.
You might have to call you, I guess.
Oh wow, there's already a couple of YouTube shorts up on it.
The sub been activated too. That Dane Zorko, he's been activated.
JB, all he had to say was, "Oh no, oh no." So they're balling it up from the same spot.
Lynchy's all good. As I said, he's absolutely fine. So there's no injury problems at all from Dane Zorko's point of view. The boys just sitting there having a bit of chat. Interesting.
This won't be unlike match scrimmage when you play A's, BBs in a Thursday training session leading into a game. There's no way this can be at full rat power.
I wonder if the coaches are communicating with each other. Some are doing with Chris Fagan just about.
They might start doing some scenario work. Let's just do some kick-outs, mid stoppage, and see how we go from there.
Plenty of storytelling that will emerge, I would imagine, after this. Let's put the shot onto the people that matter. That's him there. That's exactly right. So we're told that they're waiting to recommence. They're waiting for an official signal from the AFL. So
an official signal.
Like everyone else.
A flashing light for the umpire. That was in the other light.
That's the shooter flare up now. No electricity on that light.
Literally in the dark. So I'm not sure whether they've still got some issues here or not.
Might it be the actual broadcast or commentary that's not ready to go?
Well, one would have to wonder why. If that was, I don't imagine that to be the case.
Inferior product.
And let's just see here now. This is padding of the highest order. There's not much we can do other than speculate. The 3 light towers are ready to roll. The umpires are out there. The players are out there. I'm not quite sure what the hold-up is at this point in time, but maybe it's what he's working
sort this out.
It's going to be a nice chapter written at the end of the 2023 season. The second Friday night of the season went for probably one of the longest games in history.
You live long enough to see new things all the time, don't you?
You do. There's a fire at the MCG scoreboard one night.
Rocky Hunter.
Rocky
Hunter. Some guys have handled this better than others, depending on their maturity, their mental makeup, mental emotional capacity. Yeah. Oh, the last house.
That AI talking thing is just stupid. I don't know why I'd use it. Like for the shorts, the way they type, it sounds fine, but the way they type or the way they phrase it is not right. Like they say how they'd be naturally talking. They need to do it a bit more. Yeah.
Oh, there's a thumb. There we go. A thumbs up. Come on.
Well, that would happen in my life. Maybe in my life, but crazy that. Okay.
Here we go.
Actually, that's not AI.
And the clock starts ticking down. Brayshaw. High ball forward.
Maybe in my life, but
Oliver.
Anyway.
Same can be said. Relieving mark taken by Andrews.
Got some footy.
Just to remind you, 40-point differential at the moment in favour of the Lions, and don't look like they're looking to break any records from here on into me. McAvee, young legs, no problem for him. Tomlinson is back inside 50. Payne with a little knockaway there.
Imagine the Demons kick 5 or 6 quick goals.
Starcevic caught with the footy. We'll have a ball up. Might be one more issue. Let's hope the siren works. No one's tested the siren.
Might have to get the old handheld one out.
No one's tested the siren.
Ashcroft, who's been really good, has the footy held in.
He's been excellent. 27 disposals in his second game.
Sparrow,
Petrarca.
Penetrating ball forward, but it's wide.
Way wide.
Double the amount of clearances the Brisbane Lions tonight. Reasonable portion of the crowd have stayed despite the longish interruption. Rayner.
Bailey Fitch with a good mark.
Able to take the mark, and he'll have a shot for goal here.
Just reducing the damage, probably the goal from here for the D's.
For goal number 3.
It does look a bit dark actually. It's pretty funny.
Unbelievable what can happen in a game of footy.
Yeah.
You always go expecting the obvious, and it rarely happens. So Fritz for his third goal. Across the face.
Horrible.
Richo, what do you reckon the Melbourne coach, Simon Goodwin, would have said to him? They're 6 goals down, 10 minutes to go. What advice? What's the message?
It was 12 minutes when they came out. They need 7 goals to win, which, to be honest, the way the game was going, it didn't look like that was going to be the case. So I think he'd still want them to play the game out in the right way, but he certainly wouldn't want anyone getting injured.
Advantage to Melbourne.
Petrarca with a centering
The
ball.
momentum's definitely changed.
You've got to play the game out. I mean, when you don't, that's when you do get injured, I reckon.
Fritch around the body, that looks good.
Another goal.
Missed with the set
So they
shot,
get
got
the
with the snap.
first. The Melbourne Demons. So it's 34 points now.
Third of the night for Bailey Fritch. And as you said, Hodgie, it's a percentage. As much as anything that we're working
So
on
if
here.
they get a couple
for both
quick
teams.
goals here, it's 22 points. If they get it in 2 minutes, 22 points with 7 minutes left is pretty doable, I'd say. Especially for the Melbourne Demons.
So a 34-point margin here at the moment. 38 minutes.
Pretty good
we
snap
lost in
from
the break
Fritch in
there.
the end.
Melbourne can still win, but they're going to have to play lights-out footy to do it, Richo. Come on. Come on, you've got to have a giggle.
Were you working on that the whole way across the ground, Bill, too?
That's why I didn't want to run, because I'm figuring my brain wouldn't work if I did both. The whole thing, I mean, it's a long year, but yeah, look what happened in the last round last year with Carlton. Been several examples of that over the last decade. Just got to play the game out, both teams.
The AFL wouldn't have forced it, but they wanted to make sure it was a proper finish to the game, so there is no excuse at the end with percentage.
No integrity issues. So they've trimmed a goal off it. It's back to 34. It was 40. Lost 38 minutes. Fought. to Oliver.
Booming kick from the clearance from Oliver, but Brisbane's just all over it.
Occasion was McKenna. Got it to Payne. Payne goes long, direct, and with a little bit of safety towards the boundary line. Off hands for Fort now to keep it alive to Neil. Neil goes backwards, searching for a bit of space for McCluggage. High footy McCluggage. Danaher's coming. In front was Gunston. Little one out the back door to Petty. And out of trouble, the Demons.
Not sure where he's going to go with this. Straight to Rayner. Rayner turns and snaps. Lever. Dependable under the football. Decides to go straight down the middle. Fritch almost.
They're taking it on the Demons. But I think it's cost them there.
A Dunkley snap and...
Oh no, it's a point.
Behind.
I reckon that shows what Goodwin has said to him. There's been 2 or 3 aggressive kicks that Melbourne have already done in the last 4 minutes since we've restarted that they weren't doing for the first 3 quarters.
Let's see whether they can do any more damage on the scoreboard.
I think AFL has gone to bed.
Tomlinson setting Petrarca a bit of a task, and you could tell Petrarca wasn't really interested in the contact there, not because he didn't want, he didn't think there was any need to get physically involved there. The body, don't risk
BT's off.
Back to Petrarca.
He's not doing his best calling
Langdon
performance.
inside 50. Can he find someone looking?
Oh, that's such a bad
Gonna need
kick.
something extraordinary over the top. Couldn't get it. Berry.
Better off having a ping, really.
Always had his work cut out there.
Shit, it's Barry.
The big thump. Neil confronted. Rivers.
Okay, Barry's okay.
Tried to find Brown.
It looked like he was like on his head bowled over and just sitting still. It didn't look good.
He's been able to do a few nice things, pushing up from the wing and half back. He's got that speed. There's been a couple of courageous efforts as we just saw on the wing. He's pretty good on the one. Tried to pull it through.
From the ball in. There is Christian Petrarca. McKenna, a little hold, and we'll get a free.
Straight to him now. Come on, Dan.
Yeah, it's definitely for certain game over now. So this has been the longest 12 minutes of footy I've ever watched.
A bit of go slow footy here.
I wish I could live stream on Patio C because I have a few more viewers than this.
Half going for it. A lot of that happening here at the moment. You don't blame the players at all. Lever. All being a little extra careful. Oliver. Back on the left. A bouncing ball inside 50. Harris Andrews just
Sat
ripped
well
it
for
away.
Andrews
Rayner
in the
ran
end.
back into the
Good job, Melcham.
trouble. That was Chandler.
Go.
Now Benny Brown went for the soccer. Payne was there to defend. Got the numbers here though, the Demons. High tackle. Little clumsy. Wilmot will get the free.
It looks like the message from the Lions was just be safe. We've got the win. Be composed. Don't take too many risks. Don't get injured. Where Melbourne have come out and have taken the game on, trying to make something happen.
Joyce.
So there is official word on the sign. They don't know if it's going to work, so the bench umpire will run onto the ground and finish the game with the central umpires.
Long, Grundy, Fort, Tomlinson, Brayshaw tried to dribble it down the line to someone wearing the same jumper, didn't work. Abby, down to you.
Yeah, guys, Berry's just limped from the ground. He's in a lot of pain down here. He looks to have that left shoulder heavily strapped and he doesn't have any movement in it at the moment. So the doctor's just working on him down here at the moment.
That's exactly what both coaches don't want from this restart.
That was a shoulder that he hurt last year and had operation on in the off-season.
So McCluggage to Dunkley. Dunkley to Danaher. Nice fist by Tomlinson getting there. Gunston. Heard the call. Couldn't pick it up, McCarthy. And this will end in the ball up. A bizarre Friday night of footy at the Gabba. Grundy. Neal. Ashcroft. To McCluggage. Working their way through. And in the end, Gunston. Little smother off the boot.
Been good from forward 50.
Sorry, I stopped watching for a while. Oh, that's fine. I thought if I was just looking at my phone anyway, it probably would have been a pretty boring watch. But
all the way back to Rayner. It's been good.
This is much higher quality footy than I thought I'd see. So at least we're seeing some footy.
Can they keep it in? No. I guess from a Lions point of view, Hodgie, the old...
I'm just saying it's probably the longest 10 minutes of footy I've seen in my life, AFL.
Things are never as good as they seem. It's a classic case of that for them tonight. Play on.
Yeah, I think after last week, they knew they could perform a lot better than what they did against Port Adelaide, and I think they've showed it. Their stoppage work,
oh, that's a good kick.
Last week, has really stepped up. That and contested possession.
Oh, that's awesome. Good footy.
Brown will get into an open goal and nail it.
Three for Benny Brown.
I've shown some signs, the Demons, with good ball use. That was just open play. I don't think the Lions are too interested in going in hard now, but that looked good.
The margin is back to 30 points.
I am ready to sleep.
Probably done enough of this, Richard.
My PlayStation is not charging my laptop very well.
The sizzle's gone out of Brisbane, probably too, with their defence. They didn't allow them to
it's
do
working,
that
so
all night.
that's a bonus. Looks like I'm going to get through to the whole game.
To the end of this game now.
To the end of the game. Clearance from the Demons.
Fridge.
It was a big Tory, wasn't it?
Spargo. Chandler.
Oh, that was great from Wilmot. It's a goal.
What about that for a goal?
Jeez. 23 points. 4 minutes.
It's a goal a minute.
Jeez.
It's another Lee Matthews saying.
Sorry, I'm looking at my footage. I wasn't flexing. I was trying to...
Richo, 4 minutes remaining. What's the Lee Matthews theory? It's famous. Well, you can get a goal a minute, he says. You're still in the game if you need, a goal a minute, and it's 4 goals and it's 4 minutes left. So Brisbane, Brisbane just need to switch on to this centre bounce.
2021 grand final. Melbourne kicked 3 goals in about a minute and a half.
They did
in that third quarter.
This would just
Bowley stuffed it.
Extraordinary. And turn a bizarre night into... Well, they just have to play it smart in our BT. Milk short time off. You've got a player behind you.
A bit of excitement there, but I think it's...
If Melbourne get it like this, are they just going to get it and go? They're looking for the out pass to get him into space.
Wow, they're going quickly.
Dropped a couple of numbers back here to Brisbane by the looks.
Harris, that's gone. That's gone. That's got to be gone. Jesus, umpire. Oh, Lucky Hunter's so good.
Tom McDonald couldn't mark it. Now needs to do it off ground level. Did. Handball back. Melbourne to Oliver. Oliver, a very, very high ball. Stranger things have happened. Melbourne pressing.
Good job.
Ashcroft it was.
Brings it away.
Good job, Ashcroft.
Numbers here with the Demons. Hunter comes in.
The Demons needed to play like this earlier. They probably would have won.
A bit of a sidewinder. McDonald.
And that's not even understatement. They're going well now.
Numbers out. The fat side. Langdon's on. So's
Oliver.
Now Oliver puts it through. 17 points, 2 minutes 50.
Some nervous lines.
Jeez.
Their intensity has gone up, but so has Melbourne. They've got a tiny sniff, helping their percentage.
They do have a tiny sniff.
4 of the game. 3 since the restart.
He has to put it through though. I'm not sure if he's a great set shot for goal. That's pretty good. That's damn good. As BT would say. We've got a game in our hands. Wow. Doesn't matter. They've got a chance. They do have a chance. 15 shots to 23. And they are 17 points in it. With 2 minutes 27, which will probably turn into 3 minutes 30. Wow.
Charlie Cameron there with just rolls his ankle, but it looks like he's okay and will stay out there. BT, we did tell you in the grand final 2021 they kicked free in about a minute and a half. No, I'm with you.
They are capable of scoring quickly, the Demons, and we do know this.
We've got 2.5 minutes remaining. All the A-graders are in there. Dunkley, McCluggage, Neal, Oliver, Petrarca and Viney.
And Jack Gunston starts on a wing and behind the ball.
And even if they don't get behind, they're going to trim that percentage nicely and leave save something on the night.
There's Jack Gunston sitting right in that spot where the ball's most likely going to go.
Smart player, Gunston.
Looked like that.
There's McCluggage.
That was not smart from Hugh. They've got space. They've got space.
Simple, direct footy. Good kick.
There's a free kick. If he finds a target with this, they've got 1:30 to kick 2 goals. Oh, they're going to get a mark. Fritsch. This is insane. This is insane football. Jesus.
No, it's not possible, is it?
Sorry, it's 93 to 81. So it's 2 goals. A draw is very much on the cards. Chris Fagan is absolutely pissed off. They thought it was going to be an easy stroll through.
That's the hardest thing when you put someone behind the ball. It gives a spare and Melbourne.
And it's 2 goals of difference.
So does he run back again? He's going to, isn't he?
Yeah, he's starting on the bench.
Might find it harder to sleep now. I'm awake now. I might pull an all-nighter on Evo. If Melbourne win this...
Croft's getting defensive on his wing as well.
Jeez.
He's going to start on half forward to try and catch up to that wing.
4 goals from the last 5 entries.
They're going to get the clearance. They've got the clearance now. However, they did have to go backwards for it.
Sparrow has it thumped away.
They're going to get first to the footy here. Oliver goes backwards to Langdon.
Steps out of a tackle.
Finds Viney.
Oliver from the boundary.
Centering ball. Hunter lost it. Good smother.
Hunter. Brown. Viney. This has got to go through. He misses with the handball.
Oh, that would have been insane.
That'll be a ball up. No, the ball stays alive.
Need a
the
mark.
Lions clear it. Just. Petty. Sparrow off a set.
Still plenty of time if they kick a goal with 50 seconds left.
To get back and
that's over. It's over.
going to be thrown in, but there's 54 seconds left.
Lincoln McCarthy's got up a little bit shaky. Got one in the head.
Yeah, 54 seconds left, 2 goals.
54 seconds, 2 goals.
They get a goal from stoppage here, it's possible.
Stoppage here right now. McInerney trying to get it towards
which they won't. Ashcroft. He might have turned it over. That was probably a free. They didn't pay it though. Well, a bit of an exciting final few minutes. But the Lions are ultimately going to get over the line.
Defensive 50, Brisbane.
Benny Brown to jump from the front. At the back, Viney and/or Fritsch. Fritsch runs an arc and then gets mown down. Just got the kick away.
That was clutch from Cameron.
Angus Brayshaw, good.
It's over now.
Handball, but it's broken up. Goes back and finds it again. Boot to ball. Petrarca. Fritsch. Melbourne have got another. No, missed it. And there's the siren. Brave late, the Demons. But it was...
So... 82 to 93. That was amazing. That was amazing. Actually, caught them off guard there, the Demons.
travesty, but Melbourne got a little sniff, and then Brisbane had to try and get going again, but the Teaks had all the running, and it's pretty hard to arrest that momentum, but it wouldn't have been a fair result.
I think that's what we're saying the whole game was Melbourne were never out of it because they can score so quick.
So they lost 13 percentage points in that last quarter.
Jeez.
That all comes down to mindset. You can see when they first came out that Melbourne were wanting to attack with how they moved the ball, how aggressive they were.
Well, it was a good game. I think I'm going to end the stream there. Don't have much to add on to that. It's 10:20.